Hey y'all, welcome back to My Full House. Today we have a compilation video on all of my emergency stock up videos. So I am so excited. It's gonna be a long one. So make sure to grab something to drink and eat and a blanket and just snuggle up because there are so many good things that I bought during this time. And about every 3 months is how I do it for my large family. Now, if you're a smaller size family, maybe you'll do it like every 6 months. But for me, it's about every 3 months, I make sure I'm stocked up on all of the emergency stuff that you need as emergencies do happen. So I'm so excited to share these compilation videos with you guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know your favorite part and let me know when you do your shopping. Are you a person where you do it like every 3 months, twice a year? So I will see you guys in the comments below. Okay, and these salmon burgers up here we really enjoy. They are only $18.79. I am surprised they have not gone up in their price. This stuff out, it's so beautiful. Go ahead and get 2 boxes of this oatmeal right here for $9.99. I'll show you guys in a second what I got at Costco. I'm gonna go ahead and keep one of these mini bites out, and then we're gonna freeze the rest. I'm gonna freeze this bag of chili. I'm not gonna wait till they're all done. We're gonna go ahead and give everybody one. Hey guys, welcome back to My Full House. I am here at Costco right now once again. Today's gonna be a little bit different though. Instead of getting like all the big shenanigans of like everything, I guess you could say, I am doing just a haul on emergency food. If you're interested, keep watching. I'm gonna head in now and see what's going on in Costco because the last time I was here, they were all out of toilet paper. So I'm really hoping that's not the case this time. But from the looks of it, they might be because I have not seen one cart go by with any toilet paper at all. So let's go ahead and get inside and see what's going on today. All right, so just like last time, I'm gonna leave my big purse in the van, and thank you for that tip. I am hiding it in my big bag. Granted, they would be very disappointed because there's just makeup and odds and ends for the little kids. So anywho, that is where like the Costco gas station is. So I don't know if they're making it bigger or better or what's going on. Yeah. So there's a lot of construction where I live going on, which I guess is a good thing for the economy, in some ways, right? Alrighty. Looks like it's pretty busy here. So that's good. Lots of cars. So they have like all these chairs and like fold up tables, which is really nice for like parties. So I'm just getting ideas because we'd like to have a party at some point. So the sizes of these tables, so this is just one, and then this like opens to a bigger table, which is really, really nice. So that's good to know. So that one's $60, the big one. I like it. And then this is just like a little stand-up one, which would be good for like maybe drinks or something like that. And their chairs are $24.99, and then they have these for $19.99. And then over here they have all of their gloves out right now, which is really nice. Lots of gloves, good prices. And they have glasses over here, TVs, all in the front entrance. Okay, we're gonna go see all the sales they have going on. So starting over here, lots of vitamins on sale. They have their donuts. So they have their immune support. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these because that is good to have on hand with the weather changing and everything. And then right here they have, I don't even know what this is actually. Oh, nasal mist. Okay, for $10.99. Just a bunch of vitamins and medicine. Basically because the weather's changing and everybody knows it and they want to make sure. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of this. $9.99, that is a great deal. I am gonna stock up on that just a little bit because we have a lot of children and it is good to have this on hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 3 of those. I'm gonna grab 1 of this. You just never know when you're gonna need it. And then this is for cold and cough. I don't really give that to my kids. I know a lot of people probably don't even give Tylenol to their kids, but we do when we need it and their fever gets like at 103, 102. So I'm not gonna get any of that. What is this? Cold and cough. This one looks a little bit more, let's see. For ages 6 and plus. Okay, I think I'm gonna grab one of these because they are $7.99. That's a good deal. And then this is ibuprofen, dye-free. I'm gonna grab one of those. And then they've got the cough syrup, Burt's Bees, for $12.49. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. It's a little bit more natural than this one. So I'm gonna put that one back. So this one I got was only $12.49. They have coffee on sale, $31.99. Okay, and then they also have vacuums on sale. I've never bought one of these. They look very nice, but very expensive. So even though it's on sale, I'm still not getting it. And then this is their Ninja Smooth. Oh, let's see. You can make ice cream. That's cool. For only $179.99. Oh, you guys, this is really nice. So this is a really good deal, $89.99. I don't see the original cost, but yeah. So it's a membership only value through September 25th to October 20th for a Ninja foodie. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this. I'm not here for this today, so I think I'm gonna pass it up. Yeah, my Instant Pot, my Crock Pot are doing just fine, so we're gonna wait on that. This is a dog toys, okay. Some more flowers, tropical tree, some more flowers, and then you have your grills we're approaching. So we're gonna go ahead and head over here, and I'm gonna head towards the meat first today. These are nice for church. Ooh, that's really thick. Banana Republic for only $30. That's actually a really good deal. But again, we're not here for this today. So we're gonna head towards the meat. Here we go. Lots of nice options on clothes. Very nice options. Now, I'm wondering if my husband needs one of these for work. That's a really good deal, $20. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get him one. Get him a large. All right, and they've got some other items for men. Really good deals. These jackets are really nice and thick, really nice. For only $24.99. And then they have some work coats over here if you need a work coat for $40. This is really nice. I'm gonna have to ask my husband if he needs anything like this. And then they've got some more jackets over here. Some dress items, really good prices. Okay, and they've got some vests for men. If you need anything like that, $21.99. And lots of more options for women as well. All right, so let's get to the meat, you guys. You guys, they have all their Christmas stuff out. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. So pretty. All their trees. Wow. That is quite the bear.
Yeah, it is.
My kids would get a kick out of this. Wow, so beautiful. Look at how tall that tree is. How much is this tree? That is a big tree. $1,000, you guys. Wow, so beautiful. Christmas spirit. I think that's my favorite time of the year, as well as Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. I love those deers and that little tree. If you guys remember, those chickens right here were $10.49, I believe, the last time I came in, and now they're back to full price at $17. Okay, so they've got all their chicken nuggets over here. Lots of different options for chicken nuggets. Normally we get this one right here. I'm gonna pass up on those because I want to make homemade more. So we're gonna come down here and just get a bunch of bags of chicken. So you've got $27.99 for that big bag up above. Now these are whole chicken breasts right there for $18.49. What is this one? Chicken wings for $29.99. And then normally I get these because they're like chicken strips, but they have gone up in price too. They're now $19.49. They were not that much. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get about 6 bags of these. Okay, so I went with 10 bags of the chicken. All right, and then over here, these beef lean ground beef. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get about 5 or 6 of these as well for $25.99. Okay, and then for grass-fed beef patties, $27.99. I'm just gonna get probably 2 or 3 of these. And these salmon burgers up here we really enjoy. They are only $18.79. I am surprised they have not gone up in their price. So I'm going to grab a couple of these as well. All right, you guys, we cannot leave without getting hot chocolate. So this box of 50 is only $8.69. So we're going to go ahead and get that. For the kids, they will love that with our new cups we got from the thrift store. So I was going to show you guys what's over here. Oh, these are just the little tins. These are cute. So it's just the little tins of individual, so it's different flavors. So that price is the $10.99, and then they have Starbucks for $10.79. I do need to get tin foil for $19.99. What is the difference? Oh, you know what? Oh, this is the standard size. Okay, this is cool. This is the big one. I've never bought one of these. I don't know if I'm going to. And then those are just individual food wraps. I think I'm gonna just go with the normal tin foil for $22.99. That will last a while. All right, so we are just looking at all the granola stuff. So that way, that's a good emergency food prep to have as well, and have on hand, as well as oatmeal. So we're gonna go ahead and get 2 boxes of this oatmeal right here for $9.99. That is like the cheapest thing I've seen today. I have plenty of peanut butter at home and jelly at the moment, so I am not worried about getting any of those items. But I did think about getting like a box of granolas to have on hand, something a little bit more healthier. You know what? I think they like these. Let's see here. Got all these options. I think I'm gonna go with this box right here of granola bars for $17.99. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. And so the expiration date is, whoops, let's see, March of 2725. So that will last a while. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple of these pancake mix. This is good to have on hand. It's easy peasy, and it makes good for a breakfast for a family. So $7.99. I'm gonna grab a couple of those. I'm gonna check the date too. Let's see when it expires. And this shelf life is till August 9th of 2026. So that's really good. That's like almost 2 years away. Okay, so the last time I was here, I was like, I'm not getting this, I'm going to Aldi's. But this is actually a better deal today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple of these for my shelf. Okay, so the taco seasoning is on sale for $4.49. Great deal for your shelf. All right, so I've been really enjoying my coffee maker that I bought at Costco, and so I've been buying less and less pods, to say the least. I was watching Jay Morrell, and she was talking about how coffee has pesticides in them, so organic is kind of the best way to go with that. And of course, again, you don't know if it's 100% accurate, but I'm going to go with this today. This is their winter blend, and it is a medium roast for $18.99. I have tried this one. This one is also really good too. It's not as big of a bag for $13.99. So I'm going to go with Starbucks this time. But they have lots of really good options when it comes to like organic. So don't be discouraged if you guys are going through like a journey, you know? Whew, it is warm out. So here's the before, and I've got everything over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start loading this big cart up. And if I don't hit the van, it's heavy, you guys. Over $1,000 right here, no joke. Someone that works here that knows me, I was like, wow, you didn't get that much today. Because normally, you know, I've got like 2 carts or something. I was like, well, this is over $1,000. It's good enough. All right, guys, so it is all loaded up. Lots of meat over there. When we get home, I'll show you everything that I bought. Okay, so since I've gone to Aldi's, this is kind of like what our shelf is looking like at the moment. And then this is our freezer from Aldi's. And then you've got our refrigerator portion as well. Kids are getting a snack at the moment. I'm going to show you guys in a second what I got at Costco, but I wanted to come a little bit closer to the shelf. So this is, again, what it's kind of looking like since I've restocked from Aldi's. I'm not even sure. Okay, there's some meat in here and some fish sticks. This freezer, I'm just showing you guys. We got an air filter. I'm going to have to change that out. And so this is kind of like our meat situation again at the moment. Okay, so I made it back from Costco. It was a lot of construction going on, so we have everything set up right now. I'm going to turn this camera around and show you everything that we got. Okay guys, so starting right over here, you will see a lot of chicken. It has no antibiotics ever in it. Skinless and boneless chicken tenderloins. So I got quite a few bags, as you can see here, and I plan on doing a lot of homemade chicken strips. So most of these will be going down in our deep freezer. And then over here I picked up the 100% grass-fed beef patties, 4 of them to be exact. We're going to be doing a lot of sliders. And then over here, this is my favorite salmon burgers. These are so good if you haven't had them. And then I also picked up 4 of these lean ground beefs. It comes with 5 individuals, so 5 pounds altogether. So I'm glad to have that back in my deep freezers for many meals to come. And then over here, chunk chicken breast cans. It comes with 6 individual cans. And then 2 blocks of this delicious medium cheddar cheese. I can't brag enough about that cheese. It's so good. So over here, I got 2 bags. They are 10 pounds each of potatoes, so 20 pounds altogether for homemade French fries alongside with those homemade chicken strips. Okay guys, so normally I don't buy these kind of bars, but they come in a 64 count, and there are 3 different flavors: strawberry, blueberry, and apple cinnamon. And surprisingly, my kids actually do enjoy them. So I was looking at the expiration date and thinking that they might not, but we don't even need to worry about that. And then you guys, I've been on a journey of trying to find a better coffee because coffee does contain mold and pesticides. So this was delicious, by the way. And then of course, 'tis the season with the weather changing, a big box of hot chocolate. And then, of course, my coffee creamer for in the morning. And then we needed to go ahead and replenish all of our tinfoil with all this cooking that we were doing. So I went ahead. So I'm really glad to have that back on my shelf. And then 2 of our sour creams, because we went through it way too quick the last time on tacos and soups. So I wanted to go ahead and get an extra one for this time. And then also this big box of chicken stock, organic. It comes with 6 individual, and then 2 bacon crumbles. This is delicious on eggs or in your soup. So then I also wanted to stock up on some medicines because we recently just kind of gotten sick, and well, the kiddos I should say, and I had to run out really late and get some medicine. So this is great to have on hand. They were great prices as you saw, and so I'm just glad to have these in case we do need them. They're there, as well as this cough syrup for the kiddos. I'm really glad, again, to just know as a peace of mind for a mama of 8 that I've got a few things on hand where I'm not having to run out. And that way, if they need it, it's there. If they don't, it's okay too. All right, and then I also bought an Airborne for my husband and I. I think we have like a few left, but it's nice, again, to replenish that. Well, it comes in a 2-pack. That's a lovely thing about Costco, is that it's in bulk. So we needed some Pam spray for our eggs and for lining our cupcake trays. So as you can see here, I picked up a ton of spices. So I'm really glad to have that on my shelf as well. So we got ranch seasoning, and then we have chili seasoning. And then we also have our steak seasoning, which I use that on so many things like our burgers and many other things. Roast, not just the steak. Cinnamon seasoning for French toast, and I've been doing quite a bit of pumpkin spice baking, so it calls for some cinnamon. Taco seasoning, garlic seasoning, which we go through quite quickly because we use that in many things as well. And then some pure vanilla for baking. And then over here, I ended up going ahead and stocking up a little bit more than usual on our rice. So I picked up 2 bags of those, 2 boxes of our amazing wipes, and then 2 boxes of 2 5-pound oatmeal. So basically, we have 20 pounds of oatmeal now on our shelf, which I'm not complaining about because we love oatmeal in this house. 3 bags of this wonderful pancake mix. It comes in handy. I'm planning on making some pumpkin pancakes soon. And then 1 thing of sugar because we've been doing a lot more bacon recently. And then our flour that we use, which I'm going to pop these in the freezer. This is just organic unbleached flour. And then 2 things of these Nestle Toll House chocolate chips. We've been doing a lot of bacon in this house lately, so I'm really glad to have those on the shelf again. I know I say that a lot, but you guys, you know how it is when you are shopping for your family. 1 thing of organic brown sugar. Again, we're just going to use that in our baking and for oatmeal. And then I've never bought vegetable oil from here, surprisingly, but because I've been baking and making a lot of more homemade meals, it's been calling more for like certain oils. So I'm glad to have that too on my shelf. Baking cocoa, I'm planning on making that alongside some cupcakes. I thought we could do chocolate, and then we're going to do chocolate cupcakes as well. Okay, and then these were still on sale, so I went ahead and I got 2 more of these organic spaghetti sauce. They're very simple, but the jars are so nice and big that it was definitely worth the price. And then 1 bag of organic strawberries. I don't think they have any other option. It's normally just organic for the strawberries. And then 1 bag of blueberries, which that will be delicious in our oatmeal. And then 1 thing, and it comes with 4 individual wrapped of bacon, so that we'll use in our morning breakfast. So this is everything I picked up today from Costco. Okay, so we just made it to our local Target, and so we have an order pickup I placed last night with a lot of odds and ends that we needed. But in the meantime, we're learning how to blow bubbles.
I made a big one, but I let go. I could have made it bigger. I could have made a bigger one. That's what I was trying to do. I was like half done making it, but I let go accidentally.
So how many of you kind of know how now?
I don't know how. I tried. I was trying. Well, I did. I let go again.
You let go?
My lips keep letting go for some reason.
It's fun.
I don't know how. Like, scoop.
Oh. Yeah, you can't eat that. Where'd it go?
It's bounced. Look at it.
Oh, it went on my clothes. That's...
I let go.
Can you do it, Mabel?
Savory. Knows how to do it. Not blowing a bubble.
All right, so we just got everything in. I'm gonna give you guys a haul when we get home. And Ruby just, you're so cute. Let me squeeze your cheeks. Ah.
Yeah. Try to squeeze my cheeks.
All right, let's go. All right, so we made it home. I'm about to make some spaghetti for lunch today, and then we're gonna also cook up a few treats. So I'll share that in a second. But at this time, when I was online ordering, you know, sometimes I order things and then I forget about them for a while. So on the Target app, sometimes it reminds you of things that you've ordered before. So this was one of those things, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I could totally make these myself, but why right now when we're doing a lot of homeschooling? These are like perfect for a little snack, a little pick-me-up in between, you know, lunch and stuff. So I got 3 boxes of these peanut butter crackers. It comes with 20 in it, so the kids could have like 2 apiece. Now the little ones I probably won't because, you know, the age limit with having peanut butter. But good deal for those. They were like, I don't know, I think I'll leave the price right here. I'm gonna look it up for you guys. Okay, and then I got 1 thing of dish pods. This has 84 tabs in it. This was $24.99. I do remember that. I know it's the little things, but this is kind of cool. So they've definitely updated this. I don't remember you being able to get an 84 count, but, and then I love how it just has that little lid. Very handy. So when I get refills from Costco, it would be nice to be able to just pour them right in. And then I got this big bag. Well, I shouldn't say big bag, but he's the only dog, so this will last a while for him. These treats I normally get, but they were on sale. So I went ahead and got 2 bags. If you buy one, you get one for 30% off. So it's got like bacon, egg, and cheese. That's funny. So he's gonna enjoy one of those. We'll give him one. You want one of those? Yeah, he knows. So we'll give him one of those in a minute. I got a box of applesauce. They were all out of their normal applesauce and squishies, so I went ahead and grabbed one of these. It has normal applesauce, apple peach, and then Gimme 5. I don't know what that one is. It's just a blend. I guess it probably has like 5 different types of fruit in it. So that, and then I got some more baby food for the baby. Lots of banana for breakfast. And then he loves his sweet potato. And we still have some baby food, but these were kind of running a little low on. So I picked up some more baby food for him. I needed some powdered sugar because I'm going to be making some chocolate cupcakes and homemade chocolate frosting. So I needed that. 6 cans of 100% pumpkin puree because we're going to be making a bunch of chocolate chip pumpkin muffins. They were a big hit. So I'd like to use all of this and make a bunch and hopefully freeze some for days to come. A thing of baking soda because, again, I'm going to be making and baking a lot of different things. So we needed some more of that, as well as heavy whipping cream. That's going to be used for the chocolate frosting. I needed 6 cans of Rotel, so I roughly use about 2 in each meal that I make for the chicken tortilla. So yeah, so this is like 3 meals right there for that. Okay, and then I wanted to order these, I think about 2 weeks ago, and it just bypassed my brain. So I had seen a little thing again on my Target app, and so it kind of reminded me, I think it was like for crayons, but and then my oldest daughter wanted me to pick up color pencils. They've been drawing a lot, so I got everybody a color pencil. 7, I believe I picked up, I want to say. And they were only 80 cents. This brand was on sale, so that was really nice. And these were cheaper too, because this is the same brand, but I must have picked them all up. So I got 4 of that brand and 3 of this brand. So hopefully, or no, 4 of each. So we're going to do some watercoloring soon when Dad's home. I thought that would be a really fun craft. We could draw it out with some colored pencils and then paint it in or whatever they want to do. So that's where this giant coloring pad comes in for watercolor. So this will be a fun little craft. One of the days that Dad's home, we normally try to wait for him because we like to make those memories. So that is everything that I picked up today at my Target pickup order. And so yeah, I believe I'll leave the price of what I spent on all of this right there. All right. Ooh, those smell good. I just opened that. Oh, they smell good. Watch this. Sit. Sit. You want to do paw?
Paw? No, sit. Paw.
Good boy. Okay, sit down. Well, you don't got to do it again. Oh my goodness, sit down. You going to be happy about this? It smells so good. Whoop! You got it. Yummy. Is that so good? Yeah, that's a new kind. He's like, oh, what's this? What's the other one that we normally get? Yeah, it has bacon, egg, and cheese. Breakfast. All right. Okay, y'all, starting right down here for my Aldi's haul, we picked up 1 jar of bread and butter pickles because we are making some sliders, and that is a request my daughter has asked for. And then we also picked up this tomato and basil pasta sauce. It's organic, and I only picked up 4 jars of that, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and so it has basically kind of like the same seasoning as our jars, so that will just, you know, make it spread a little bit further. And then I also picked up 2 of these big chicken broths because we were making lots of soup. And then only 12 whole can sweet corn of those, 1 bag of onions with all of the cooking that we're doing, so we're gonna be sauteing those up, 1 bag of potatoes to go along with that for breakfast. And then we also got a bunch of bananas because the kids have been asking, Mom, where are the bananas? And so I ended up having to get organic. 2 bags of Honeycrisp apples, 4 bags of pretzels for the kiddos, and just this big box of chips. I believe there are 9 inside there. 1 bag of sugar, and then I also picked up 2 bags of these chocolate chips to get on the shelf with all the bacon we're doing. And then we got a lot of eggs, as you can see here. So we eat a lot of eggs in the morning, but also, again, with all the baking, they call for, you know, quite a few eggs, and then if we double the recipes. And then I ended up picking quite a few more gallons of milk up than I would normally do because they've been eating cereal in the morning. 4 things of salad for sandwiches and just for salad in general. 3 things of butter. Butter has gone up in price extremely. It's crazy, you guys. 3 bags of shredded Mexican style cheese for tacos and eggs in the morning, and sometimes the little ones snack on it. 2 bags of baby carrots because I'm planning on making a couple roast, and so I'll add those in again with some potatoes. 6 things of this Kobe Jack lunch cheese because we do Lunchables, sandwiches. And then I got a lot of bacon. I'm trying to gradually stock up my freezers with, you know, certain meats that we use constantly alongside with the sausage. So I'm glad to have that in my deep freezers, and this will definitely come in handy for many breakfast. And then 4 loaves of bread, 4 loaves of hamburger buns because we're making some burgers this coming week as well, and then 6 loaves of bread for the sandwiches and French toast. All right, guys, so that is all that I bought today from Aldi's. All right, so we're getting a lot of chores done. We've got some spaghetti noodles here. This is 2 packages of the organic spaghetti noodles from Costco, and then I've cooked up 3 of these meats right here from Costco again. I added 2 of those big jars of spaghetti sauce, and it comes with those chunks of tomatoes, so I'm not even going to add my can of tomato. I'm going to save that for our chili. So as soon as this heats up for just a bit, we're going to go ahead and eat some lunch. All right, so the spaghetti is done. We've got some hungry kids here. Let me get you a fork, Elias. You want to sit here? You can sit here. And Mabel's already eating. Does that taste good, Mabel?
Yeah, it tastes good.
Be careful, it's hot, okay? Is that good?
Can we eat all of this?
Yes. Let me get you a fork. Thank you, honey.
Okay, I want some cream.
Here. No, don't use the crayon.
Tiny.
Be careful, it's very hot, okay?
Crayons can't go in food. It's food inside.
Yeah.
And some
All right, and so here's Aiden's. Is that good? You doing good, Elias?
yeah.
Cooling off? Yeah. How's it taste?
Good. I like it.
Does it taste good? Good.
I like the meat.
All right, so that's Caitlin's, and then here's Aiden. Okay, so here is my spaghetti. So after I've served Ruby, Aiden, Caitlin, Ave, Elias, Mabel, and Boone, or actually Boone's sleeping, so Boone's the only one left that needs to eat.
Not that one.
This is all that's left. So it's a nice amount, but
Those one.
yeah, so my husband probably takes some for work tomorrow, and then Boone will eat, and then there'll be a nice little leftover for whoever wants it. Okay, so I am doing this recipe quadruple the time, so 4 times. So I've already mixed all my ingredients so far up until my chocolate chips. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all my chocolate chips, and then we're gonna get this in the oven, and hopefully I won't have to bake this for a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 4 cups of chocolate chip because it's 1 cup per recipe. Okay, so I've added 4 cups of chocolate chip and maybe a little bit of an extra little handful. So I'm gonna mix this all up and get these into my muffin tins. All right, so I've made quite a bit of the muffins so far. We still have some more baking, but when you've got a lot of children, they are ready. I'm not gonna wait till they're all done. We're gonna go ahead and give everybody one. So hang on a second, hang on. Grab one.
Okay, let me choose one. I'll grab this one.
Is it so good?
Yeah.
So good? Is it good? Nope, just one. We're gonna put the rest up so we can save some for later. Yeah, you already have one. Okay, so we got some more little ones, and then I'm gonna keep baking. I've got some little ones ready to go in the oven, and we're still waiting on those to come out. And then we still have some left. Okay, so I've just done a lot of meal prepping, and it's amazing. As much food as I make, it's gone. I mean, really fast. I mean, I made a big pot of spaghetti sauce and spaghetti noodles, and we have some left in the fridge, like I showed you guys, but obviously that's not gonna last too many more days. And then I just went ahead and made up a ton of these muffins. So I think what I'm gonna do is, since I made so much, I think I'm going to go ahead and freeze some. And so what I'm thinking is the freezer gallon baggies, I'm going to put as many as I can in one, and that's gonna be for like Sundays. So like in the morning or after church, it's like a snack, like just to get us going if we need it on our way to church or coming out of church, whichever way. But that way, mentally, I don't have to think so much because I made so much. I don't mind if they eat as many as they want for the next couple days, but then it will be nice to have at least 4 bags in the freezer. So that's a month worth for Sunday church. So this is the kind that I'm gonna go ahead and freeze. I have a big size muffin in there right now, or the normal size. And then these ones, I'm gonna make 4 trays, and then I'm gonna put those in the freezer baggies. And then right now I still got my big pot of chili cooking again. If you remember, we made that big pot of chili when we went thrift shopping in that video, and that chili is gone. So chili is a big hit in my family. Spaghetti, tacos, food in general, right guys? So that's what I'm doing right now. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna sit down for a few moments, relax, and then I'm gonna get on to some school with the kids. Okay, it's dinner time. Come on in. You're welcome. Is it good? Yummy. Love it? Thumbs up? Okay, I got the last batch out of the mini muffins, and now I just put the last batch of the normal size muffins. So we're doing good. We ended up getting 30 normal size muffins and 48 of the mini muffins. So a good day of baking. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze the rest of the mini. And so we have a little bit more here. I'm gonna split them in half for Sunday. So instead of getting 4 bags, I only got 2, but that's okay. So now I kind of know what I need to make. So this is never a waste. It's just learning and understanding what we're gonna get out of what we make. And so of course I overfilled these a little bit, so I could have gotten more, but you know what? They're so good and I like the size that they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 for everybody in a freezer baggie here, but they're gonna stay out. So we'll see how many days worth that we'll get from the normal size muffins. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna go ahead and freeze. I'm gonna freeze this bag of chili. So this is what we're gonna freeze. And then the rest of that we're gonna put in the fridge for days to come. And then these are the 2 bags of muffins that I'm gonna go ahead and freeze. So one's for one Sunday and another Sunday. So, you know, a half a month already done. You need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. You don't want to. And then these are the 2 bags we're gonna leave out, and we're gonna let the kids devour and enjoy.
Okay, my mom just told me to put these bags into this freezer and lay them flat right here. And then once they freeze, we'll put them into this freezer. But we have to wait until they freeze. So we're gonna put it in that freezer, and then we'll put it in that freezer. And these pumpkin muffins. So there's the chili and the pumpkin muffins. Okay.
All right, so Ruby just poured all that chili I just showed you that was in this pot into this big bowl, and look at, guys, perfect. So we've got plenty again for many, many days, for my husband for work, for me for lunch, the kids for lunch, whoever wants some chili, and most of us love the chili. And then I have 1 bag in the freezer. So this is how you gradually restock your freezer with homemade meals for your family. So now I also have 2 cookie doughs for the freezer. So we're just trying to get ahead of the game. So I made up 2. So this will give us about 24 cookies each, and this will be good. That way, you know, some people even go and buy pre-made cookie dough at the store. So we've got ours homemade in the freezer. Again, this is all just a gradual process to stock up my freezer with some home-cooked meals and treats for my family of 10. And don't be discouraged if you feel like you're wanting to like get it all done in one day, but you don't have the time, then just gradually do it. If you're gonna make yourself, you know, a dozen cookies or 24 cookies, maybe triple or double the recipe and just store away even 1 for later. And so that's kind of what I'm doing right now, because I'm trying to get ahead of the game, because things happen in life and you need some things like this ready to go, even if it's for a friend or a family member, and you can bless them and they can go ahead and make it. And so this is exciting for me to have in my storage, and I encourage you, if you can, to try to do the same. You won't regret it, I promise. I've never heard a mama say, oh, I regretted having that freezer meal or that treat in the freezer for a rainy day, or for, again, a family member or a friend or someone in need, someone maybe having a baby or someone in the hospital. So do your best and just make it a slow process. When you can, make an extra one. Okay, so here's another day. I've already meal prepped. I made a bunch of chicken strips the other day, as you've seen, and so today we are using some of those. And all I did was sprinkle this ranch seasoning that I got at Costco. It's so good. I even sprinkled just a little bit on our potato wedges as well. So the chicken is ready to go for lunch today. And there's our potato wedges. Love this Instant Pot. Love this air fryer. All right, I am at it again, guys, trying to fill my freezers with homemade cooked food. So So right here we have some chocolate chip muffins. Recently we just did chocolate chip pumpkin muffins. So we're trying to get all the different types that our family enjoys. Next I'm gonna do blueberry, but of course, oh, you okay? Got that on camera. Anyways, are they good, guys? Do you like them? They're good? Do you like it, Ruby? Good. You love it? So they don't taste like a chocolate chip muffin, or they do?
They taste a lot better than...
Wait, come here. Let me see that face.
I like my chapstick.
How do you like me now?
I like my mom.
All right. Well, don't give any to the dog because he can't have chocolate, okay?
like it.
Are you being silly, Elias? It's good. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze these. I have 2 more batches happening over here. We've got one ready to go in the oven and another one in the oven. And then we also have a bit left. So it smells really good in the house. We've been baking quite a bit lately. Okay, so I've got 2 bags ready to go. So I've put all of the little munchkin ones in here except one. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that one. I gave the kiddos all a big one, so I'm gonna save this. This is enough for all the kids. And I'm gonna add 2 more in here, one for my husband and one for me. And then that's gonna go in the freezer. So this is like a good Sunday morning breakfast real quick for something to have, or after church we can bring them with, or we can bless somebody with them, you name it. All right, so it is roughly, can you press that clock button real quick? I just want to see what time it is. The clock, no, right there, it says clock. Oh, Jesus.
Clock, okay. Cancel that. Yeah.
It's 10:15 and you shut the oven off. You have to turn that back on.
Oh, I know.
All right, so it's about 10:15. Not too bad, actually. We've already made all of our chocolate chip muffins. I'll show you that in a second, but so my next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do, I've done this plenty of times before. I'm gonna use that tiny little mini tray muffin to make some mini egg bites. So I've got about 20 eggs scrambled up here with some little bit of milk, and we've got garlic and onion powder. So I'm gonna sprinkle in some bacon bits from Costco and some shredded cheese, and then I'll pop that into the oven, and then we'll see how many we get. And I've got this little guy up still, don't I? All right, so over here, we've got all of our chocolate chip muffins all ready to go. 2 bags of the mini, and I think we'll get about 3 bags of the normal size muffins. So we are trying to stock up, and I think we're doing a good job gradually. All right, and do you have the tray, Ruby?
It's all sparkling.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Who are you barking at? What's wrong? What?
He wants to play.
You want to go outside? You can go potty?
He wants to play.
You want to play?
He wants to play.
You want to play?
Yeah, he wants to play.
Your brother wants to play? Okay, go play with your brother.
He's my stepbrother. How about that? A real brother, but he can be my brother.
Aw, he loves you.
Yeah, he's okay.
Okay, so first I went ahead and I sprayed my pan here with that spray just so they don't stick. They're easy to pop out. And now I'm going to go ahead and get this tiny, what is this, a half cup? And then I'm just going to go ahead and pour some in. So let's get that off just to show y'all. About there. So I'll add a little more in here, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing. So let me set that there for a moment. Got my bacon bits. So I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and also sprinkle some shredded cheese. And then I'll pop it into the oven. Okay, so I've got them all filled up. So let's see if we can do this again. Being generous too, because we want to make these high protein bites. So I think these are going to be a good hit tomorrow. We've got an errand to do early in the morning, and there's no time to cook, and I don't feel like getting up at the crack of dawn, but with baby still up, I might as well cook up some stuff so I don't have to in the morning. We'll just heat these up in the microwave, take our chocolate chip muffins to go too, grab a couple waters, hit the road. These are so good too. Yum. All right, and then we're gonna get some cheese on those. And we still have a bunch more we can do, so this is good. I'm really excited. And I did the mini because, just so we're not wasteful. Sometimes, you know, our eyes are bigger than our stomachs, so if we just hand one out at a time, I think we won't waste so much. See if I can get some of that over here so it doesn't. I need to rinse my hand now. We don't want to put egg in there. All right, dry my hand. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle the rest over here with cheese, and then those I'm gonna leave with no cheese because some don't want cheese. So there we have it. Gave him a little bacon. He's finding the bacon. Where's the bacon? You smell him? Is there more anywhere? Did you get it all? Yummy. Is that good? Good boy. He's just lying around smelling all the yummy goodness. So I just popped them in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and let those cook up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep one of these mini bites out, and then we're gonna freeze the rest. So we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4 in the freezer, and we'll just keep one out. Almost done. Okay, so these turned out phenomenal. I mean, I just ate one and they are delicious. Everything you wish for in an egg bite. The only thing is, I don't have like my mini little liners. I did, however, spray this, but as you can see, it was a little challenging to get out. These are still great. We're gonna keep them and eat them. But what I'm gonna do is, because I don't have any liners for any of my tins, I'm going to put that on my list though, because that will definitely help me the next time I do these egg bites. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this pan and pour the mixture on here and do the same method, and then I'll just cut them in slices and then we'll freeze them like that. Okay, so here is what the tray of eggs look like with the bacon. So this is just bacon and eggs. So we're gonna let this kind of just cool off for a bit, and then we're gonna pop this one into the freezer. And then this one has the cheese on it, so we're gonna go ahead and let this one as well cool off, and then we'll pop that into the freezer. So we'll have one of cheese and one with no cheese, and then I'm gonna go ahead and eat these right now because they're just so good. If you can see, look at that, delicious. And so I think we're just gonna stick with this because I also kind of like the size better, but we can always do the bigger muffin ones. So when I can get, you know, my hands on to some of the muffin, what do you call them? Muffin, oh, I forget what they're called. But anyways, when I can purchase some of those for the muffin tins, then I'll do that. And then I'll redo these and I'll show you guys that too. But in the meantime, this worked out just fine. So again, now we're adding more. Very simple, very easy to the freezer. And we're getting ahead of the game. Okay, so right here I've got a big pot of pancake mix with cocoa powder for baking. So I am making chocolate chip pancakes, or chocolate pancakes with chocolate chips. You get the idea. And so I'm gonna try to make as many as I can. I'm gonna keep doing that method, and then I'm gonna freeze whatever we don't eat tonight for dinner. So I'm gonna make scrambled eggs on the stove with some bacon bits too. All right, everyone is hungry. It is a late night tonight. So these are the last 5 with the cinnamon and just a dash of sugar. I'm gonna see how those work out. So those are the exact same thing over there. And then these ones don't have any cinnamon or that sugar in it. But I'm really hoping they turn out good. So I mixed it with these big pancake mix and this cocoa powder that I picked up from Costco, both of them. And then here's our yummy, delicious eggs with some bacon and cheese. Okay, here's Mabel babies.
I'm gonna mess on me.
What do you think?
I love it.
Does it look so good? You're silly. Yes, I'm getting yours right now, Boone. Boone is ready. Here's Boone, boys. What do you think, Boone? Careful, it's hot, okay?
First, I need to blow
Is it good? Does it taste good? No comment. I'm assuming it's good because he's just eating. That's good.
He's eating.
Does it taste good too, Mabel, baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna blow this, then I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. And now everyone else is waiting very patiently.
Yeah.
We have a missing 2 boys. We need to find them. You need to eat? What do you girls think?
I got the cinnamon.
Do you taste the cinnamon? Yeah? Is that good?
I tasted a lot, yeah.
Good. All right. Don't waste your eggs. Eat them up. All right, let's go, boys. Come on, time to eat. All right, there it is. Yum. There's Ruby's. And everybody else is sitting down. So I'm going to grab the baby, and then I'm going to go ahead and sit down and eat, and Ruby can eat. So here is their little sneak peek. I get 2 boxes of the fruit snacks for $7.89, whole box of bananas, and 2 watermelons. All right, we are stocked, ready to go. Hey guys, welcome back to My Full House. So we are at our good old Aldi's. Today is Wednesday to be exact. It's 12:40. So I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. My husband has work today, but we're gonna head in here. Now this is, let me show you guys really quick. Okay, so here is their little sneak peek on what they have going on at the Aldi's that I'm about to head into. They have a lot of things on sale at the moment. Today is Wednesday. This is like their sale day. Yeah, it begins Wednesday, June 12th. And then I'm not sure again when it ends. So here's that side. And here is the back side on all their little deals they've got going on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put on this carrier. We have the baby today. And then we're going to head in to Aldi's. Hey, let me see that cutie pie. Ready? Say hi to the people. The big boy. Gotta tighten this. We're ready. All right, we're heading in. Here we go. All right, we got cart number 1 and cart number 2. My daughter's gonna push. All right, here we go. Need a whole box of crackers. I'm gonna get the whole case. It's $2.95. And then let's go ahead and go down a bit more. Let's see. I kind of go towards what we normally get. 6 of those for $5.98. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get some chips. We need to restock our chips. These are $2.19, so we're gonna get a whole case. I think there's like 9 in there, but we'll see. Yeah. Thank you. Do you think we should get another kind? What's another kind they like? Well, these are all $2.19. We're gonna get half barbecue and half sour and cream. So we're kind of loading up on this, but the weather is getting really nice and my kids love to snack. Okay, and now we also need to replenish all of our salsa, our cheese salsa. We are running pretty low on that. So we're gonna get a whole case of this. I believe that has like 12 in there for $1.99. Okay, and then we're gonna get, I'm not sure how many of it, for $2.69 for those cream pies. Okay, so we got 8 of them. Yeah. Get 8 of those. Okay, and so we're gonna get 2 boxes of the fruit snacks for $7.89. Okay, and right now she's grabbing 4 of the muffins for $3.95. So we're getting chocolate chip. They also have blueberry and banana nut. Here are all the options for bagels. I am definitely going to grab a bunch of these bagels. I think 2 cases of the plain and a case of blueberry. And these are for $1.95 for the plain and $2.19 for the blueberry. Got 2 watermelons for $4.65. Now we're moving on to the bananas, 52 cents a pound. Okay, we got this whole box of bananas and 2 watermelons. All right, we're gonna move on down, see the apples and the oranges. We still have some lemons at home. They're on sale. Should we get a thing of limes? Let's get 1 bag of limes. And that's for $2.29. I'm gonna pick up a couple of oranges. Let's get 2 for $4.49. So they have lots of different choices for apples, Fuji, all the different apples. My kids love the Honeycrisp. So let's get 2 bags of Honeycrisp. I don't know the price on those. It doesn't show. Oh wait, here they are. Let me see. Oh, they're only $2.69. So let's get 4 bags. Yeah, there we go. Bags 4. Thank you. Okay, I think we're gonna get a couple grapes. The kids like grapes, so we're gonna get some grapes back there in a second. But for now, I'm gonna get some green onion for 95 cents. I'm gonna pick up 2 of these. Okay, 2 green onions. Okay, we're also gonna get a case of blueberries, like I've done plenty of times. They're $2.39. So we're gonna get a whole case of those. Okay, we got some cilantro for 65 cents. All right, I'm gonna get some mushrooms for $1.59. Spinach leaves for $1.49. What else do they have? Let's get some spring mix for $4.89. Picked up some whole carrots for $1.49. Get some milk for $2.50. I think I'm gonna get 6 gallons. Orange juice for $3.29. I think we're gonna get a whole case. Just got out with 2 full carts, so I'm gonna get this loaded up. My grand total for those 2 carts was $3.91.69. Okay, so this is the before we add anything in the van. Okay, so she's holding the baby while I just unloaded those 2 carts. So this is what it's looking like at the moment with everything going on in the front. So I'm gonna head back inside and we're gonna be getting like lunch meat, cheese, meat for dinners, some more veggies I forgot. Okay, so we're heading back in now for more groceries. Someone's getting sleepy. So we're gonna get a case of this apple juice. So there's 6 of them for $2.99. I'm gonna get some peppers for $2.39. Okay, so we came back out. We have officially number 3 and number 4. So 4 carts all together. Okay, friends, so we are done. We made it out with 4 carts. I don't even know how that happened, but we made it out with 4 carts. So our van is jam-packed, as you can see, all the way from the front to the very back. And our little guy is sound asleep, so we're gonna go home now and unload this and show you everything we got. We're about to head in, and I'm gonna show you everything that I bought at Aldi's today. Now, I spent well over $800 at Aldi's all alone. I still plan on going to, we got little man here. Oh yeah? Oh. Or he just wants to tell you how. Yeah, you think so? He wants to tell you how good that fruit snack is that he can't eat. But he's chewing on it, aren't ya? Because you're getting all those teeth. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm excited to show you guys what we purchased. So let's head in. All right, so everyone's trying sherbet for the first time. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you like it?
It's yummy.
It is yummy.
I have strawberry.
Oh, this is lemon.
What did you think, Boone? Do you like it?
Different one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ruby's gonna try it. What do you think?
Sour.
It's sour. Do you like it though? It's different. It's more refreshing than like a bowl of ice
Really
cream.
yummy.
Okay, so we're gonna start right down here with this case of blueberries. I am so excited to have these back in our refrigerator. I will not be freezing these. The kids love them, so we are just gonna eat them as they are. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 carrots, and so we stocked up on those this time. We went ahead and got 2 things of purple grapes and 2 of these green. They all look so good and delicious. And then a ton of peppers because we are going to be making a lot of veggie trays this coming week. And yeah, so I think I picked up 9 altogether of the colored, and these will definitely all be eaten very quickly. They are never wasted or go rotten on us because my kids and I and my husband all love peppers, and you could do so many things with them. And then over here I picked up 4 of these green peppers. We like to use these a lot of times in our eggs in the morning. 1 thing of avocados and 1 bag of limes, and then 2 oranges, 4 bags of apples. My kids love these Honey Crisp. Okay, we're at it again, a big box of bananas. So I'm going to interrupt this video at the moment to show you how we make our smoothies and how we make our protein shakes for the kids. We use vanilla ice cream, whey protein, mango chunks that I get from Costco, water, and then we add ice to make it nice and chilled, bananas, and these are all like the tumblers that we like to use, and the cups and straws. And then the secret ingredient, spinach leaves, of course. Okay, so I've added my ice at the bottom of my blender, and now I'm gonna go ahead and toss in a bunch of spinach leaves to just make this smoothie really healthy for the kiddos. And next we're adding a bunch of mango chunks because that just makes it extra delicious, and the kids love mangoes, and so do I. And then we will roughly add about 2 cups of water. And then today we will add about probably 2 bananas. It always just depends on what we're putting in, on the quantity that we'll be adding. So, okay, and so right now I'm dumping in 2 scoops of that whey protein. And just look how beautiful that already looks before it's even blended. Okay, so I'm just gonna place the lid on top and start blending my Ninja blender on Smoothie Blend. Okay, so once they are all done, I've already added it to their cups and added their straw, and they are ready to go ahead and give this a try. It's cozy? Okay, so right here, I went ahead and I also picked up 4 of these mushrooms. 1 thing of cilantro, 2 things of this green onion. I am planning on putting this on our salads and tacos. 4 bags of spinach leaves, because again, we are going to be making a lot of those smoothies you just seen. And then 6 big things of lettuce. These are actually pretty heavy. 2 things of celery, 1 thing of spring mix. We are going to be doing lots of salads. Like I mentioned, I just really love doing salads during the summertime. So 2 things of these tomatoes, again, for salads or sauteing. And then I went ahead and I picked up chicken breast for our Lunchables coming up. 2 things of Mexican style shredded cheese and 2 of the mild cheddar. And then I went ahead and I picked up a little bit extra this time than I would normally do. This is all Kobe Jack. There is, I think, 10, and we use this on our Lunchables majority of the time. And sometimes we'll also put this on our eggs. But okay, so over here I picked up the salami for my kiddos. I can't remember how many, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11. Okay, so 11 of these salami packets. They were on sale for like $3.09, so they don't expire yet till July 16th. So we definitely have plenty of time to use these, so I'm not going to freeze any of that because they're for the Lunchables during the week for the kiddos, and I know 100% that we will go through them within 2 weeks. So over here I picked up 6 of these Chips Ahoy. Again, we will not go through this within 2 weeks. And then 2 boxes of this Juicy Burst fruit snack. We have not had that in a while, and I know the kids would love to have that as a treat every once in a while. I bought sour cream and onion potato chips. I think I got 4 bags, and then 5 bags of these barbecue. And then down below, I believe there's 10 in here of just the wavy plain potato chips. 2 cases of the chewy dipped chocolate chip bar. It comes with 6 in a box, and I went ahead and I got 12 and 12, so 24 altogether. We'll take roughly about 3 with us if we went to the park. And then down below, I went ahead and I got some of the Arizona green iced tea. This is definitely something that I love to drink in the summertime. It's always been one of my favorite drinks that I associate summer with. So it comes with 12 in a box. Then we picked up a 12-pack of Pepsi and a 12-pack of Sprite. So, and then we also got some juice this time. We have ran out, and my little guy, sometimes he just really enjoys some apple juice, which who doesn't? 6 things of this orange juice. Doesn't expire right away, so this will definitely not go bad on our family. Okay, and I picked up some garlic powder. These are like 99 cents a bottle. Not a terrible price. I know it's probably not like organic, but it will serve its purpose. So I got 3 of those. Onion powder as well. Okay, and then I picked up a cottage cheese. I haven't had it in a while, so I thought it would be, you know, yummy to have around lunchtime. And then 3 things of sour cream. 1 of the olive oil spray for cooking. I mainly use this for like sunny side eggs. And then I also picked up 5 of these Italian dressings. I plan on using majority of these between salads, and then also I like to put chicken in my Instant Pot, and I use a whole one, and it just really makes it very flavorful. So then I also got some mayonnaise because we are going to be making chicken salads, and I like to put mayonnaise in the chicken salad with grapes. 6 things of butter, And then I also got 12 of these cream cheese because we also have a ton of bagels that we purchased. I won't be freezing any of these. I've learned the hard way. 6 things of milk and a whole case of these biscuits. We're gonna be making biscuits and gravy, or we might even make like breakfast casserole. Okay, so I picked up 2 watermelon. These will be already gone within a couple of days. A case of this nacho cheese. So I picked up 12 of them to restock our pantry. We go through these pretty quickly. I'm surprised, but not surprised, right? Large family problems. Okay, so right here I picked up a few treats, 8 boxes of these oatmeal cream pies. My kids really do like these. They're so good. And then 4 things of these chocolate chip Bake Shop muffins. They're so good. The kids love them. Obviously, moderation. 4 boxes of these fruit bars. I picked up apple cinnamon. There's 8 cereal bars in each box. And then this is one of our favorite cereals. So I grabbed 5 boxes of this Honey's Wheat Puffs. It's a generic brand from Aldi's, but they like it, and yeah. So we also picked up 2 boxes of these unsweetened applesauce pouches. It comes with 12 pouches in each box. And then I also picked up 6 of these just jar applesauce for the older kids. All right, so I got 12 cans of sliced carrots, 24 cans of the sweet corn. Our kids really do like corn. And then 12 cans of the mandarin oranges, and 12 cans of diced tomatoes. We use those a lot in our spaghetti and chili. And then I picked up 1 of these red onion sacks. And then I also got a bunch of sweet potato, 1 bag of potatoes, 6 things of the bread that we all enjoy. I'm planning on making some French toast, and we'll be making lots of sandwiches, but I'll be freezing most of this bread as well as most of the bagels. So we got blueberry bagels right here, 6 of those, and 12 of the plain bagels. So again, yeah, we'll be freezing a lot of these, but our kids do like bagels, and I don't mind if they have it with an egg. And then I also picked up 9 of these chicken tenderloins, and then 9 of these beef packages. We needed some barbecue sauce, so I got 2 of those, 1 of this Parmesan garlic, 1 orange chicken stir fry, 1 can of olive oil spray, 1 of the sweet and sour, and 1 of this pure vegetable oil. So as you know, I have a lot of little ones, so I thought they would really enjoy this lemonade stand. So it was only $50. So we, of course, had to get some pink lemonade, and then look at these fancy bottles. I thought they would really enjoy these. I've never seen these before, but we got pink lemonade. And so then we also picked up some Capri Suns, some more Sprite, and Arizona iced tea. I needed some gloves for the garden. And then look at this, how precious. So they are gonna have a great summer with all these awesome finds that I got from Aldi's. 2 boxes of the ramen noodle soup, 3 of the whipped topping cream. I'm going to use these 3 pie crust, and we're going to use 1 in each of the pie crust, and we're going to make just some fruit pies. I thought the kids would really like that. They've had it before, and they've really enjoyed it. All right, so we needed to replenish this again, our creamy Alfredo sauce. So I picked up 2, 4, 6, 8 of those, and then 4 of the roasted garlic Alfredo. I really do prefer the roasted garlic. It just gets a little more flavor, but we can always add some garlic. And then this is a request from one of my kids. So they love these hash browns the last time we had them. So I picked up 2 of those. And I've only had this one other time, but we did enjoy it. So I went ahead and I picked up 2 of these turkey breast tenderloins for our, either I'll do it in the Instant Pot or the crock pot one day. All right, and then I also picked up 4 of these chuck roasts to have on probably like a Sunday for after church. All right, so this is our downstairs refrigerator, and in our freezer we still have some sausage, some chuck roast, and salmon, just some odds and ends. And then just some odds and ends again in the refrigerator, but we are going to give this a good cleaning before we get started. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning this refrigerator out before we reload it with all of our good things that we bought today at Aldi's. So I'm just using some disinfect wipes to wipe out all this nitty-gritty stuff that just accumulated over time. I feel like it's about every other time to every 2 times when I go shopping that it needs a good wiping. We've had eggs crack, things have spilled, you know, it happens. It's real life. We are no different than anyone else. I'm not sure what spilled down here, but it was just really, really gross. So I'm glad to be cleaning this out before I add all the new things. Okay, as you can see here, this is the before of me wiping out this part now. I've already done the door, but now I need to wipe out the inside. It's just, you know, gotten dirty over time, as you can see. So, okay, so here is the after. Looks so much better. Nice and clean, nothing sticky or gooey. So we're gonna go ahead and start adding all the things we bought. Okay, so right here I placed one of everything. A couple things might have two, but majority one of everything to go upstairs into our pantry that we have upstairs. So normally this is just kind of how I do it. I place them on the stairs and then we gradually bring them upstairs and clean out that fridge and replenish upstairs. That way we have everything we need. And then down here, this is everything that still needs to go up. So I'm gonna take you guys along and show you how I go about that. So we're gonna get started by straightening up the shelf first. Okay, and so this is the before. I haven't touched anything yet. You can tell that some boxes need to go out to the garage and there's some things that need to be tidied up and organized. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and then at the very end of this video I will show you what it will look like restocked. And here's the jugs of water that we have. Welcome to this portion of the video. This is all about Costco at the moment, so if you're here for that, continue to keep watching. Back here is everything that I picked up this morning from Costco. I went with my oldest and 2 of my younger children, and it was quite busy for Thursday, but we made it out alive. I've got a lot of snacky things. Today it's already in the upper 90s and yesterday as well. So as you can tell, it's going to only get warmer with exceptional few days. So summer is approaching us officially, and we are gonna dive in with lots and lots of goodies and snacks for, as you can hear, my kiddos upstairs. And so I wanna show you what I'm going to be doing to also have healthy choice snacks, and then also I let my kids splurge and have normal snacks as any child would like at their age, or even at the age I'm at too. I like snacks. Okay, so we're gonna start over here with kind of like all of the household essentials for the bathroom. So I picked up a thing of Listerine. I don't think even have any on hand in our storage pantry. So I went ahead and I picked this up. It was roughly, everything is rounded, but it was like $14 and like 90 some cents. So I always round. So I say $15. And then these toothpaste, this is exactly what I use for my young children, and from time to time my husband and I use them as well if we are running low on the kind that we normally use. But I purchased this, which I was shocked to see at Costco today. But these were less than $12, which made my mama heart so happy. So it comes in a 4-pack, and the tubes are a nice size. And it works really well with our kids. It has a nice taste and it's fresh. So I picked up 2 of these today. So we now have 8 tubes on hand for the kids, or again, like I mentioned, if my husband and I are running low on the kind that we buy. So I picked up the kind that my husband and I like to use, which is the Crest 3D White. It's a 5-pack, and again, this was on sale. It was less than $12. It was like $11.50 something. So just a rough estimate on what that would look like price-wise. This Band-Aid kit comes with all of this stuff on the back, and this was, I think, less than $15. It comes with all these Band-Aids. They used to come with like a Band-Aid kit And what I mean by that is like a little white box, but it no longer does. And we do keep Band-Aids in our van in a first aid kit. Just very handy to have these on hand when you have lots of little ones. I mean, even for myself, there's been a time or two I've gotten a cut and I'm like so thankful I have a Band-Aid to stop the bleeding. So we will probably put about half of this in our van and then leave half at home. That way we are always prepared for anything where the kids get a cut. All right, so then over here I picked up these adult vitamins. It comes in a 2-pack. This is just what we buy for my husband and I. We definitely have other vitamins like fish oil, vitamin C, vitamin D. But this is just like a multi-gummy vitamin. So we normally take this like in the morning and then we'll brush our teeth pretty quick after. Because with doing a gummy, you need to be careful so you don't get cavities. And that goes the same for our kids. These are the vitamins that we get for them and they are gummies. I can't recall exactly how much these were, but they were a decent price. I want to say between $13 and $15. So that's not too bad when you get 2 in a set. And then over here we needed to again replenish our hand soap. So I just picked up 1, but it comes with 2, and we still have 1 whole set in our pantry, but I always want to be ahead of the game if I can. That is the goal. And then over here, these wipes are phenomenal. I absolutely love these wipes because with the summer again approaching us, but we use them all year round. They're always changing the packaging and then also a little bit of how they're making them, but they're still decent. So I do pick them up and they are about $13 to $14 a box. And so it comes with 180 wipes and there's 2 different size packs. So it's lovely. I'll throw a pack in my purse and I'll have them on hand. So if we like go out and about and we have ice cream, these are a little bit better than wipies. Like over here, like baby wipes. So I would want to use a wipe like this if I'm, you know, cleaning the kid's face or their hands, or they just drip their popsicle all down their neck and their legs, you know, it happens. And then even for myself and my husband, it's just nice in the morning or at night, we'll do a face wipe just to feel refreshed. Now, most of the time I wash my face in the morning, but there has been times where I'm in a hurry and I'm so thankful I have these wipes on hand. So that's kind of what we use these wipes for. And I like to stock up and be ahead because it gets messy in the summer with having 8 kids. And then over here, I went ahead and I picked up toilet paper and paper towels. So this won't last as long as I would like, but we do have, I think, a whole pack in the back still, which is great, but this will last longer than this guy. And everyone's different on how they use their paper towel. We use it for lots of different things. We definitely use rags, but again, I need to restock up on those rags as well. And I totally forgot to grab that this time. So hopefully next time I go, I will get another stack of those rags. But over here are the wipes that we buy at Costco for the kids. This is the best deal of wipes. I'm not joking. I'm so serious about this. It comes with 900 wipes and they're fragrance free and they're nice texture. They're thick and they do a great job cleaning. They're heinies. So anyways, this will last us probably 2 weeks or so. We have 4 in diapers in the sense. One's in a pull-up. One will be transitioning hopefully into a pull-up. So it is just a game changer though to have wipes on hand. All right, and then over here I picked up mac and cheese. We like easy things for lunch when we can, or even for dinner at different times. Life gets crazy and busy, and so this is just a convenient thing to have on hand when needed. 1 bag of broccoli that is frozen. It comes with 4 packages. This was $9. And then we needed to, we're not out of brown sugar yet, but we're getting there because we eat a lot of oatmeal in this house. And then we also cook with it at different times with baking. So I picked up one big bag of this. Eventually, I would like to be ahead of the game, but again, you can only do what you can do. And if you can get ahead on certain things, like I did with toothpaste and mouth rinse, then you have to pick and choose that time what you would like to do. Okay, and then over here, I don't normally buy refried beans from Costco. I've kind of stopped doing that. A lot of the kids don't like it, but I've been wanting to make some dips with refried beans and cream cheese and a bunch of different toppings. So that is what this is for. And I picked up these pistachios. I know they come in shells too, but I prefer them not. I do not have the time to take them out. So this is just nice to have on hand, where I can take a pinch of this and a pinch of this trail mix that we picked up as well, mix them together and have my own trail mix when needed. And now some of my kids will eat this, some will not, but they would want the M&Ms. So that's kind of where we're gonna go with this. This is more of like for the kid that really wants it and they will eat it all. Then over here, my son absolutely loves these. And they are actually pretty good. They stick to my teeth, but I don't eat them all the time. He does enjoy them, and I seen them and I thought of him. And so that's kind of what this is for. Again, summer approaching. We just want some healthy options to go on certain days, and then some days we'll have like a graham cracker. So we bought a box of graham cracker. It comes with 4 boxes, and then we'll use this probably making s'mores, or sometimes the kids can put peanut butter on it and sprinkle a little bit of chocolate chips, something like that. And we were all out of graham cracker anyway, so. All right, and then I did pick up a box of club crackers. It comes with 4 boxes. I did recently just buy the club crackers from Aldi's, but again, we go through them so quick. And that's kind of why I went ahead and picked up another box. All right, so this is our protein that we like to purchase. Now we have some still left in the chocolate flavor. I did pick up the vanilla ice cream this time because we are going to be making a lot of smoothies. If you watched the beginning of the video, I talked about how I picked up spinach from Aldi's, 4 bags, and we're going to be making lots of smoothies. And so on the other side, you're going to see what kind of fruit I went ahead and I picked up to make those smoothies. 2 boxes of granola bars. We've already gotten into it, so that's okay. We got a little hungry on the way home from doing all this shopping. 2 boxes of yogurt squishies is what we call them in our house. There is strawberry and blueberry. 2 boxes of applesauce. Again, I did pick up a little bit from Aldi's, but I needed to get a little bit more for the kiddos. Okay, so then I also picked up 2 bags of chicken nuggets. Those are already gone for like lunches or quick dinners. In the summertime, we do a lot of playing, so these are definitely going to come in handy. And then I picked up 2 packages of Hebrew hot dogs. It comes with 4 packages in there. So we will probably roughly use anywhere between 2 or maybe 1.5 to 2. It just depends on how hungry everyone is. But I will freeze one of these and leave one in our refrigerator ready to go. Picked up this package of ground beef. It comes with 5 pounds of ground beef, and there's 5 packages. Then over here I got 2 different types of chicken, which I didn't mean to. I thought I picked up 2 of these. But I ended up getting a whole chicken breast, which is totally fine. So we kept it. The chicken breast is a little more expensive than the tenderloins, but it all will serve its purpose. Okay, so then up here I went ahead and I picked up 2 flour tortilla packets. It comes with, I think, 20, and there's 2 packages, so about 10 in each. And we are going to be making lots of tacos. Again, easy meals that the kids like. We're in a season where they are very picky. There are a couple kids that are not as picky, but again, when you are making food for lots and lots of people, you kind of go for what they really like. Every now and then, I'll do what mainly my husband and I or my older daughter like, but for the most part, easy peasy. And then we've got 2 packages of hot dog buns. It comes with 16 in a pack. 2 packages of bread. Now, I bought a ton of bread at Aldi. 6 loaves, but again, I just want to get ahead of the game. So we're gonna probably put all that into the freezer. Okay, so then down here, I went ahead and I picked up 2 things of spaghetti sauce. So there's 6 jars, 3 in each package. And then I went ahead and I picked up some organic spaghetti noodles, just to stock up and have that, because again, we're gonna be having lots of spaghetti. And then this right here, you guys, I am so excited to have back on our shelf. They are super pricey. I think about 15 bucks a case, which is a lot to me, but they're so worth it. These are delicious. I do not prefer to have olives normally, but when we have had this brand, I could eat a whole can to myself if they are chilled. And so anyways, I had to go ahead and pick up 2 cases. So we're planning on making a lot of chicken salad with this chicken breast in a can. I've also heard some people say that they have never had chicken breast in a can where they live, and this is the best chicken breast I've ever had in a can. So we'll probably use anywhere between 2 to 3 cans of chicken breast to make chicken salad, and what I'll put in there is like grapes. We can top it with some olives. We can put it over a salad. So many ways you can go about this, but I'm so excited to have these on my shelf. 2 bags of those mangoes, 1 bag of pancake mix, 1 bag of chocolate chips. We like to sprinkle a little bit on our pancakes every now and then again, we'll be making some s'mores with all those graham crackers we got. All right, and so I am all out of mustard, and so I went ahead and I picked up this. It came with 2. We will not go through this very fast. One of these will last us quite a while, which I'm curious, when do they expire? Okay, so we've got about a whole year, little over a whole year, so that's going to be perfect. So we will definitely go through those in a whole year, but we don't use a ton of mayonnaise, maybe a little sliver on our hot dogs for some of us. And then over here, I went ahead and I picked up this big thing of mayo. It was for $9.99 on sale, because we are going to be doing, again, a lot of that chicken salad. So I know I picked up 3 little ones at Aldi's, but that just won't last our big family.
All right, guys, so my husband just got home from work, and I had all this stuff in my big old van, and I so greatly appreciated his help. He so kindly offered while he was at work that leave it in the van. When I get home, I will help you bring it in.
3, 2, 1!
Okay, so here is the final haul, y'all, for this video. I picked up a size 7 box of diapers. I also got this Wet Jet Swifter mop pads that we like to use on our hardwood floors. It comes with 24 count. And then disinfect wipes. There is 2 lemon scent and 2 fresh scent. 1 thing of Downy softener and 1 thing of Tide. I normally use Tide on our whites, or if there's like some crazy stain. And then I went ahead and I picked up 4 of these OxiClean laundry detergent. This is what we normally use on all of our clothes. And then I went ahead and I picked up 1 of these Dawn dish soaps, 2 of this Method all-purpose cleaner, 1 of this Lysol toilet bowl cleaner for my girls' bathroom, and then 2 of these Clorox bleach toilet bowl cleaners. Now, we use this a lot, mainly my husband, but it's good to do like a shot a day, keeps the doctor away, apple cider vinegar. And then I also needed a new pan, and this one looked really, really nice. It was on sale. I believe it was like $34 for the pan and lid. And I have used it, and I've really enjoyed it so far. It's really nice. I think I might go back and get 2 more, because as a big family, you know, you need a lot of pans. And then we have had one of these Black & Deckers before. It broke, and so again, it's just time to like replace those things. So I'm really excited to have this on hand again to make pancakes and French toast. And then these are the scrub brushes that we use for our kitchen sink, to scrub the sink and scrub dishes. This is the Method spray that I like to buy for our hardwood floors. It gets the grease off and the grime, all that yucky stuff. So I like to buy every now and then 2 of the sprays and then like a refill. 1 thing of Windex to refill all the bottles. We needed some floss picks. It has 150 count. A&D ointment for the babies. This is what I like to use on them if they have a rash or just a sensitive spot. And this is the baby wash I used for my little guy. He is almost 9 months. I can't believe it. And then I use self tanner, and this is the kind that I go to, and it's worked really well for me. All right, so that completes my Target haul. I hope you really enjoyed this portion. Okay, now moving forward, this is the before I restock. Ta-da! And the after. So I've already restocked everything from Target, as you can see on the top shelf here. So it's looking really good. I filled in a lot of spots. I even had to put some things in the back that wouldn't fit by the liked kind, as you can see, but it will all work out. And then I have my Windex spray here and another refill in the back. I'm just so excited to have at least 2 of everything on my shelf. Eventually I would like to have more, but I'm doing what I can in the meantime. We have bars of soap over here, and then these are just some odds and ends of our shampoo and conditioner and Q-tips, mouth rinse, toothpaste for the kids, toothpicks, toothbrushes. We have sunscreen, Tylenol for the kids, vitamins, and then all of our paper towel, toilet paper, garbage bags, gallon Ziploc baggies, those mop pads, and then all of our face wipes back here. I've already opened up the box, that way the kids can easily take them out. Some hand soap, all of our laundry detergent, laundry softener, and then back here I have 2 spare bottles, but I don't want to get rid of them because every now and then we break them, and it's just nice to have a few extra on hand. All right, well, this is fully stocked for our family, ready to go for the coming weeks and days. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to the pantry now and show you what it's looking like restocked over here. I'm really grateful for how this has turned out as well. It's nice and organized, easy to find things for the kids when they come down, or I or my husband when we need something. So I've put all the chips up here and the pretzels, as you can see, and then the juice, applesauce, crackers, popcorn, all the things, you guys. It's really well organized. I did my very best. I feel like it's turned out great. Down below is like spaghetti, noodles, Alfredo sauce. All of our canned goods are sorted by fruit or veggies. All of our condiments, some odds and ends up here. But it turned out really good, so I'm very pleased. I even was able to sort all of our seasonings, onion powder all the way back, garlic powder all the way. I only have 1 of the lemon pepper, and yeah, so I'm really glad that I did this and took the time, because now when we come down during the weeks, we can find things very easily. So I'm going to go ahead and take you to our downstairs refrigerator and show you what is going on in there now as well. Okay, so we are in our downstairs refrigerator, and this is the freezer. So as you can see, it is fully stocked. And now down below in the refrigerator part, it is fully stocked as well. Lots of veggies, fruits, milk. All right, I'm going to go show you the deep freezers now. Okay, so in this deep freezer, we have my husband's cake for Father's Day. And I just have some odds and ends in here. It's mainly like our veggie and fruit freezer, but we have our whipped topping at the moment in here. And we have just some odds and ends again of like ice cream, just summer approaching, all the yummy things, right? And then in this deep freezer, I have all of our meat, our beef, our hot dogs, our chicken, and my husband right now is restocking it with everything that we just got from Aldi's. And so again, I'm just so thankful to know that we are fully stocked for our family for the coming weeks. Okay, so we are upstairs now in my kitchen, and this cabinet right here is where we keep our snacks for the kids, where they can easily access what they would like. So we have our Lunchable crackers up there ready to go. We have our oatmeal snacks, and then our graham crackers, popcorn for movie nights, and then our pretzels, cookies, bars are in there, chips. And then we have more chips for like Nacho Friday and cereal, which we don't eat often, but there are occasions they can have that. So it's just restocked and ready to go. Okay, so this is the upstairs refrigerator. So we have everything stocked in here. Like I showed you, we added 1 to 2 of everything. We're ready to go for Lunchables, breakfast, snacks, fresh produce. We got some more grapes back there, and then in this drawer it's jam-packed, so I'm not even going to try to open it totally, but we have all of our fresh veggies in here ready to go for sauteing or for making salads or for our Nacho Fridays, and then more veggies right down there. And then on the door, we have all of our butter, cream cheese, a lemon and a lime, coffee creamers, you name it, all the condiments.
Okay, who's here first? Free lemonade and cookies. I have my lovely assistant here, Nevaeh. All right, Boone wants the first taste test of our pink lemonade. Put your straw in. All right, let's see his expressions on his face. Wow, what a great sale day. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with a brand new video. Take care and God bless, and don't forget to leave a comment below on what your go-to breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks for the summer are. And let me know what size family you guys are too as well. I'll see you really soon with a brand new video. So, interesting. I've never seen the chocolate mint. All right, we made it to Heaven Flour, which is right here for $16.99. So, I am the cafeteria. Okay, we cannot leave Costco ever again without making sure we have some meatballs in our freezer. Hello, olives. Hey guys, welcome back to my full house. So we are at Costco right now. We're gonna do like a little quick drive-by. Honestly, I do not have much time, but I know what I came for, so I'm gonna head in. But really quick, I'm more focused today on like a lot of baking goods. Costco's the place for me. We have tried so many different types of flour when we're in a hurry, and I can't make it to Costco, and we just regret it every time because it doesn't turn out the same way. The flour that I pick up at Costco is the organic unbleached flour. I think it's like $16.99 for 2 ginormous, bags. So we're gonna like stock up on some flour today, sugar, organic brown sugar, some seasonings, and then obviously my main focus too is some meat while I'm here. So if you are ready, we're gonna head in. It's surprisingly 20 degrees out. The last time we came out, it was 0. So I say we're doing better, and the sun is shining, and it's really not that busy. So I'm excited to head in. And again, I have like 30 minutes, but I think we can do it. So let's go see if we can pull this off. Alrighty, still got some snow. Go ahead and lock my door. Ruby!
Hey, y'all.
What's going on, girl? Come along for the journey? Yeah. Chocolate mint for protein. So this is $31.99. I'm not going to get any, but that's really neat. Okay, so when you first walk in, they have quite a bit of things on sale. So they have these curtains here that I purchased a while ago for $14.99. It's flopping, but they were originally $22.99, $8 off. So that's a really good deal. We really like these curtains that we have in our home. And then they have a lot of blankets on sale, obviously different sizes. But that's a really good deal. So I wanted to show you guys that. Then all over here, they have all their other stuff on sales. These are their hangers for $7.99, originally $9.99. Their little, what is this? A room heater for $54.99. And then there's another heater for $79.99. Oh, that feels good. That feels so good. Oh my goodness, this would be good for the garage while we work out. I just don't like the price. I don't think that's the best price, but it does feel amazing. And then this is really cute. I was pretty impressed with this on the price. So that's on sale. And then they have their Tide on sale, which I'm gonna go ahead and pick one up. It's $4 off, and I use this on mainly like our blankets and stuff. Just gives that extra smell good. It takes out the stains too, if there is any. So they have their Myers cleaning stuff for $15.99, collagen $23.99, some more collagen, their protein organic powder. And then this is really good. I love the coffee flavor. I'm not gonna get any today, but for $31.99, those are so delicious. Some more protein, some milk, and then their toothpaste for $25.99, and then some more toothpaste. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one of these up because that's a good deal to me. It's only $10.99, originally $16.99. So I'm gonna get one of those. And then I'm also gonna get one of these toothbrushes because we just run through that very quickly. But so thanks Costco for putting everything in front where I can see it. All right, now that we've gone a little off course, I'm gonna go ahead and head to the baking aisle. All right, we got sidetracked again because look just how cute that little cozy chair is. How much is this? That is so cute. You don't get a choice. I don't know what it is. And then they have this one too, but this one's so cute. Oh my goodness. That looks so cute for like a nursery. So we are also doing a lot of organization for the boys. So very cute. I really like it. I like how it comes with buckets already. Because at Target for a 4 cubicle, it's like, just say $50 almost. I think it's like 45 something. And so that would be 2. So if you add that together, that's almost 100. And then if you think about each bucket you would spend on, that alone is a price. This is only $130 practically. So that's a really good deal. So we did a little pit stop. Of course, we keep seeing things on the way, but we do need popcorn. We mentioned that in the last video. So that's only $14.89. And we do need some mayonnaise. So the mayonnaise is $9.49 for this big thing. So I'm only gonna pick up one this time, but that we do need. All right, we made it to heaven. I'm just kidding. But seriously, we need baking stuff. So this is like a little piece of sweet heaven for us. So we're gonna go ahead and get 2 bags of chocolate chips for $13.99. So I'll go ahead and get those. And we use the Toll House recipe, which is really good. One day I will come here and I will just pick up a whole box, hopefully, one day. But today's not that day. Okay, and so I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Do we need any more vanilla? Do you remember, Ruby?
I think we have half a bottle left. Maybe
Half a bottle? Okay, we'll grab one. So for $9.99, we're gonna grab that. And we still have our cinnamon, we don't need that. So put that in there. Okay, so here's the sugar I'm gonna go ahead and get for $6.69. So I'm gonna pick up 2 of these. Oh, you know what? That's a really big bag. I think I'm just gonna stick with getting 2 of these because they're already individually packed, and I haven't thought all the way through how I would store that other sugar. I don't have a big tub or anything for that. So just to make less of an issue, I'm gonna do that. And then we do need some more salt. So this is the salt we get for $6.39. So we're gonna get 1 of those. Thank you, Ruby. And then I think we already have, let's see here, pepper. I don't see pepper grounded up. I only see it in that container down here. Do you see any pepper that like is already grounded? Let's see. Oh yeah, go ahead and grab one of those for $5.99. Because I don't mind, you know, twisting it, but when I'm in a hurry to bake, it's just nice to have it already ready. And then we need our flour, which is right here for $16.99. I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 of these. And then we'll freeze these.
There we go. Okay, and I'm also gonna go ahead and get 2 of the organic brown sugars for $8.49. So 2 of those, if I can get it out. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this for $10.99 vegetable oil. I'm just gonna grab one of these. It comes with 2, so this will last us for a little bit, but we use this for certain odds and ends of baking. There we have it. And then of course I'm gonna just make sure, I'm gonna check over real quick and see if there's anything I missed. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these avocado oils for $15.99. It's a nice size bottle. Alrighty. And then we're also gonna go ahead and grab one of these Pam sprays for $7.49. And then we also need some baking soda because this is really good. I'm gonna stock up. I'm gonna get 2 of these. I'm gonna have 1 in the laundry room because we use this for our laundry too. Okay, and then up above here they have our garlic powder, so it's $8.29. I'm gonna go ahead and get 1 of those. We use this a lot in our eggs and just cooking in general. And then this is also our favorite pancake mix. I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 of these for $7.99. It's just a nice shelf item to have on hand for emergency purposes as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 of those. Alrighty. And then up above from there, they have our seasoning that we love to use when we make our homemade chicken strips and our French fries. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 of those for $10.79. I'd say we're doing pretty good with all of the baking items that we stocked up on, and seasonings and some popcorn and oils and laundry soap. This is under $300. I'm pretty pleased so far with how that's adding up. I think we're gonna splurge this time and get this brownie mix for $13.99. I don't normally buy this, but being stuck inside, it's really nice to have some treats every so often while we're doing school. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some cereal. I'm gonna grab one of these Frosted Flakes because our kids lately have just been really enjoying some cereal, and I truly don't mind when it's something like this with like a banana. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of those, and then I wanted to see if they had some other options, so I thought I would just show you guys as well the options they have. That's a really good one too, and that's on sale, so I think I'm gonna grab one of those for $7.49. I think some of the kids, or even my husband, he loves coming home late from work. Well, he doesn't love coming home late from work, but he loves having a bowl of cereal when he comes home late for work. So we're gonna go ahead and grab one of those. And then let's go ahead and see what else they have. That's a really good deal. I remember growing up eating that. This is like all the hopes and dreams of a child. So I think we're gonna go ahead and pick up one of those. Again, I don't normally do this, but every now and then it's nice to have a treat that you don't normally have. So we're gonna go ahead and get one of those. So I think we're done with cereal now. So I don't know much about bars here, this fig bar, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab one. You guys let me know in the comments section if I did a good thing or a bad thing. But it has 20 of blueberry and 20 raspberry, and this might come in handy just when we're quick. It's heavy, wow. And how much was this? For $16.49. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stock up on our beef while we were here. If you guys remember, our freezer that was stocked is not stocked so much anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up 4 of these for $26.49. Thank you. All right, so that will help a bit. It's not totally stocked. Obviously, we're gonna go through that pretty quick, but I'm just doing the best I can. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get some chicken for $19.49. I'm gonna grab a few bags of these as well. All right, I'm gonna have to put you all down for a second. All right, so yep, you're exactly right. Ruby's like, for school, yep. These come in handy when we are doing school. So for $13.99, I'm gonna go ahead and stock up on these. We're gonna do 4 bags of these as well. Okay, we cannot leave Costco ever again
without making sure we have some meatballs in our freezer. So I'm gonna get 2 bags of these. These are a great, quick, easy meal. Throw them in the crock pot, let them cook all day, make some rice in the Instant Pot, bam, even serve it with a veggie or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 bags of these for $19.99. All right, guys, we are debating right now on mini corn dogs. Who would have thought we'd have to debate so hard? But they are $10.89, 84 counts in the bag. I think we're gonna go ahead and cave in and get 1 bag. All right, so these are our kids' favorite hot dogs. They're the Hebrew National hot dogs, and they're on sale for $7.99, originally $11.99. So I picked up 2 of those. All right, so I just went ahead and I picked up 3 of those meats for $12.89 for the kids' Lunchables. All right, and we need some cheese for the kids' Lunchables coming up, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up 2 of those for $9.39. All right, so this is where it's a little loud in here, but this is where I cringe right here, you guys. $18.99 for 5 dozen. So for one of these, it's $18.99. That's just crazy. I remember when they were like $8.99. It's just gone up so much. I mean, this is just nuts. All right, we're ringing out right now. Got a lot going on back here. All right, so we made it out. I'm gonna load this cart, and then we also have another cart over there. So 2 carts to load and a little bit of time. So let's do this. All right, so we got the first cart. Now we have the second one to load. All right, she is all loaded up, ready to go. It is not the neatest job, but it is done. The eggs are secure, and we are gonna go now. All right, we made it out. Everything is loaded. We're gonna go ahead and eat our pizza and ice cream and get home so my husband can go to work, and then I'll show you everything that we got. Okay guys, so we made it home. We've unloaded everything, kind of took care of a few things too. You know how that goes being a mom. Sent my husband to work, so I am home now with the kiddos, and I've got this big haul for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and show you everything we picked up today at Costco. I'm excited to show you guys because we stocked up on some things that, if you remember, again, I keep mentioning this because it was so sad. We lost like everything from a deep freezer, a lot of meat, some flour, mainly our meat though, and so it's nice to kind of just stock up a tiny bit. I didn't stock up too much on the meat because again, it's very expensive, and the eggs are outrageous too. The eggs were like $18.99. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with our world, but I remember when I could get 5 dozen eggs at Costco for like $8.99, and now they're $18.99. Something's going on, and we just need to pray for our economy that these prices can go down, because this is just crazy to feed our family on this kind of budget. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this camera around and show you everything we picked up today at Costco and what I'm gonna do with it. Okay, so I'm gonna start right down here. I've got another little helper. He wants to hang out with me. Can you say hi, Elias?
Hi.
So he's gonna hang out with me while I show you guys what we picked up today at Costco and kind of explain to y'all what we're doing with it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start right here with this pink salt. This is the kind of salt we like to use on our cooking. So basically we do a lot of home cooking. We hardly ever go out to eat. So we'll use this on our homemade French fries. We'll use this when we bake cookies. And that's why I like it really fine like this. I do have some pink Himalayan salt upstairs where I can turn that thing and it will crunch it all up for me. But I like it where it's already done. Saves me a lot of time. And then I'm just gonna pour this. I have a little red jar, if you guys remember at my Target haul. I bought it in the dollar section for $3. So I'm gonna fill that up with this salt, and that's gonna come really, really nice and handy for us. And then right here, I picked up 2 bags of the Arm & Hammer baking soda. We cook with it and we clean with it. So one of these will be for cooking, and I'll put that up, and I'll put that in my mason jars and label it. The other one will stay in the laundry room for all of our cleaning, as well as I will put one of the mason jars from here in my bathroom. We like to clean our tub with it as well, with some vinegar and Dawn dish soap. So lots of purposes this will go for, and so yeah, that's basically what that's for. And this was a really good deal with how big of a bag I was able to pick up. And then vegetable oil, we will use this with a lot of our baking. Sometimes I use this instead of avocado oil when I make my homemade French fries in the air fryer, and then sometimes I use avocado oil as well. But this will come in handy because we have some brownies we're gonna do, and then we also use this some odds and ends of baking. So I just needed to stock up on that again. Our kids are home with us, right? You guys are all home, so that's the noise you guys are hearing upstairs. So I do apologize, but they're just hanging out, watching a movie and playing while I film this. I like to mention that because you guys are still going to be able to hear them. I can't keep them quiet, so, and that's okay. I don't really want to, I want them to be able to play while I do this too. Okay, so oil, we got that. 2 big bags of organic brown sugar. I wanted to stock up on that. We will fill up the jar we have in our kitchen and then store the rest in our spinny cabinet that we have in our kitchen. The other one will just stay down here waiting to be used. And then right over here, I went ahead and I stocked up on our all-purpose unbleached flour. It's organic. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, there it is. Because we had a deep freezer that did have like 2 packages of flour in there, and unfortunately, they went south on us. So I needed to replenish, and we also tried other brands from like grocery stores and so on, but you know what? It didn't taste the same to us, and I think we're just so used to this brand. We're a little spoiled, so I went ahead and I picked up 4 bags. There's 4 bags, 2 in each, and then we will be okay. And I'm gonna pop these all in the freezer, and then we'll be able to use them whenever we need to. And then over here, I went ahead and I got some sugar. We do, again, a lot of baking. Mainly, that's pretty much what we use sugar for, unless I make like sugar toast with cinnamon. But for the most part, we don't have that often, and I wouldn't use a whole bag for that. But this is mainly for baking. My daughter, my oldest, really enjoys trying new baking things, and she just has a real fun time, and we get to benefit off of it because we like to enjoy what she does make. So 2 bags of that. I just wanted to stock up to have extra, so one of these will go upstairs. It almost fills our jar. I'm hopeful in the future I will get some bigger jars for my sugar and my flour, because we do use these quite a bit. Same with like our oatmeal, but in the meantime we have like the smaller jars, if you guys are familiar with, like in my kitchen. So in the meantime, we'll put pretty much, I think it goes to like right here, that whole jar would fill, and then again I'll just tightly shut this, put it in our spinny cabinet along with the brown sugar, and store that away until we need to refill it. Then over here I splurged a little bit because the kids, it's so cold out, you guys. It was 0 the other day, and then in the negatives, and that's just too cold to be outside playing. So we're trying to do things inside, and I thought this would be fun where they can help mom bake it and enjoy it as well. So I got 1 big box of brownie mix. He's over here looking like, what'd you get, Mom? You want some brownies later today? Yeah. And then I also picked up 2 big bags of these chocolate chips. My daughter made a really good comment. The last time I think I purchased these, the bag was not all the way filled. So I don't know what happened, but these bags are nicely stocked. So that's a big blessing. So 2 bags of chocolate chip cookies. We use these in many different things with baking, mainly. Again, she enjoys that. So she asked me, can you please stock up on that? And so I did just that. And then over here, this is the pancake mix that we enjoy. We will not go through this very quickly. To be honest, we still have a bag, and I think we've made pancakes twice, which we made pancakes one other time with cocoa powder, just to have like a chocolate different taste. And then my daughter also put cinnamon in it. It was so good. But these will just be nice to have. Again, if you remember, I did my emergency haul, and this is one item I did not stock up on, so I wanted to make sure I got that this time. So I picked up 2. They are very reasonably priced, $7.99. That's a really good deal. And if you need this in a case of an emergency, you know, I mean, things get so pricey, and this is a nice way to stretch your dollar. And then over here, I don't know if I even want to talk about it. You guys, this is crazy. It really is. It's mind-blowing to think that I'm spending $60 on this amount of eggs. I mean, basically, there are $18.99 for 5 dozen, and I ended up getting 3 of them. I'm just grateful that I was even able to afford 3 of them. If I'm truly honest, there's been times we've had to cut down on our eggs. And in case, you know, you guys need an idea, if you need to slow down on eggs and you're noticing that you're going through them too quickly, maybe instead of doing scramble, just do sunny side, and you will notice that you will use less eggs by doing sunny side. Most of them will want just 1 egg, rather than when you do scrambled, you're getting like 2 to 3 eggs a person. So that's one thing that I've learned to kind of do. We'll do more like a sheet pan tray where we'll do a sunny side egg and a bagel with some like bacon, and it makes your dollar stretch too. So 3 things of our 5 dozen cage-free eggs. 1 thing of our laundry soap. We still have quite a bit left, but I always like to be ahead of the game if I can. So this is what we use mainly on our clothes, along with using that baking soda. And that will really help wash our clothes a lot better. I've learned a trick or 2. I know it has the Arm & Hammer in there, but it really does help if I add 1/4 a cup to 1/2 a cup, depending on what I'm washing, like towels or cleaning towels, things like that, or even just whites. The baking soda really helps. And then this right here was on sale. And so I wanted to go ahead and get one of these. We still have some of our Tide left, and it lasts us quite a while because I only use this when we wash our bedding for the most part, unless there's like a really thick item. Because I do feel like Tide gets that smell out or stains a little bit differently than this brand would. So I went ahead and I picked up one of those because it was a reasonable price. And then their toothpaste was on sale. So I know I just picked up a bunch of toothpaste, well, 3. It came in a 3-pack, so there's 2 extra technically. But this will come in handy just to store on our shelf, like I mentioned, for like our emergency haul. I really want to be ahead of the game, and when you see prices that are so good like this, they were only $10.99 for all this, I wanted to go ahead and snag that. And so I'm really glad I have this now on my shelf, so I don't have to think about toothpaste for a while for our size family. And then right here, I did not get Dawn dish soap this time because it was a little pricier than I liked, but this brand works just fine too, and so I went ahead and got one of those. This was $7.99. And so this will take the place. Now we still have some right there. That's what we have left of our Dawn dish soap. So, I mean, that's still going to last us the rest of this month, but I wanted to be ahead of the game. All right, so this will help us with, you know, just being able to have something ready to go for when we run out of the other one. And then over here, I went ahead and I stocked up on toothbrushes. Now, I've learned a trick. Unfortunately, I cannot keep everything visible for the children to grab fairly, I guess you would say. Keep taking a brand new toothbrush every day if they could. And I understand they're pretty, they're fun, and I'm glad they enjoy brushing their teeth. But, however, they're very costly. So these will end up going in my bathroom, just kind of how I keep certain snacks out of sight, out of mind. And then they last quite a bit longer because I normally give a new toothbrush anywhere between like a month and a month and a half. I don't know the total rule of thumb, but that's kind of like how I work it out with new toothbrushes for our family. That way germs and sickness stays away too. And then over here, I went ahead and I picked up 2 big blocks of medium cheddar. We will be using these for a bunch of things, nachos, spaghetti. Sometimes on top we'll shred it. This will be for Lunchables, for our eggs in the morning, tacos, some soups I'm going to be making. So I love this big block of cheese, and this cheese is so delicious. If you guys have not tried this, you need to go try it. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Now, you will get addicted though, so be careful. You don't want to overeat it, because I've done that and I'm like, oh, I kind of have a little tummy ache. But other than that, it's delicious. So I recommend this cheese. So good. A thing of cream cheese. It comes with 6-8 ounces of cream cheese. I will use this for bagels, but we will also use this for my mashed potatoes that everyone loves. My husband even said, babe, you've gotten really good at making mashed potatoes. And so little does he know, this is like the secret. And some butter and salt and pepper. And I cook my potatoes in my Instant Pot, and they just come out so soft. I don't even have to work at it. They just mash up beautifully. Over here, we have not bought these Hello olives. This is our favorite brand. Seriously, you guys, if you have not had these olives, you need to go get yourself a case and try them. They are pricey. I believe this was, I would just say 14 bucks, I want to say. Now, to make this stretch, back in the day, I would buy quite a few cases of these, and I was okay if the kids just ate them out of the can because they're that good. But now we can't do that. We have to make things stretch, and what we're going to do is just chop them up real nice and fine, and we'll put them in our tacos or on top of our nachos, or I'll chop them up and they can have them as a snack like that. But we just have to make them last because, again, it's just, everything's so costly, and we all enjoy a good olive in this household. And now these hot dogs were on sale too. I was so happy to see that because I am trying to stock up on my meat again. So this is a beautiful thing to see. We have slowed down on hot dogs because of prices, but it was nice to see these at a reasonable price. I believe they were $7.88. You'll have to look back at the beginning of the video, but they originally are like $11.99. So I thought that was a really good deal. It comes with 4 individual packs. So I'm going to pop these in my freezer, and they come in handy just as a hot dog. And then also my kids are like me. When I grew up, my mom would cut up hot dogs and put them in our eggs. So good, and they really do enjoy that too. So that was a good deal. All right, we're moving over to our meat now. I went ahead and I got 4 of these 5 individual 1-pound package of beef. And these were $26.99. Again, not a great price, but it is the reality of where we're at in this world. So I wanted to stock up on beef. We use a lot of beef in this household, so I am happy to have this. Normally in a meal, we take 2 of these for our size family, so that means we'll get 2.5 meals out of each bag. So then over here, I went ahead and I also stocked up on Italian-style beef meatballs. And then what I'll do is dump half of this, or sometimes even the whole thing, in the crock pot, let it cook all day with some barbecue sauce. And I'll make some rice in my Instant Pot. Maybe we'll do some steamed broccoli or some green beans or fresh carrots. But it makes for an easy meal for mom. So I picked up 2 of those. And then over here, we ended up getting 4 bags of the chicken. Again, this will all go in our deep freezers. And for the coming days, this will be great where I can dump in half a bag in our Instant Pot and it cooks up beautifully. And I'll add a couple cups of water, and that way we'll get the juices. I can make up some mashed potatoes, and then I can also make gravy with the juice that comes from the chicken. Or I can make chicken noodle soup. That's why the trick is always add some water to your chicken so you can get that broth, and you can do so many different meals with it. And you can even save it and freeze it if you would like to use it at another time. So 4 bags of the chicken tenderloins. And then 4 bags of these chicken nuggets. Now, these come in handy for me as being a stay-home mother. I don't send my kids to school where they go and eat lunch at school. So I am the cafeteria during the week. And these come in handy where I can just pop a few in the oven with some fries, or we can have chips on the side, or like just a bunch of veggies. And then sometimes we even make tacos with these chicken nuggets, and we'll put some Caesar salad dressing or mayo and some lettuce and cheese, and it just makes for an easy peasy meal. So 4 bags of these, 2 bags of the mixed vegetables. This I love, again, to be able to make with those meatballs over there. It's nice just to steam up some of these mixed veggies, and it's like already ready for me, but we will use half a bag. So this is 4 meals for our size family. I've learned through the years, you know, adapt and overcome. And then I love the fresh. I love the frozen. Our last place we go to is the can, but I am appreciative of the can when it is there, when we run out of the fresh and the frozen first. So that's kind of how we do about that. 1 bag of salmon burgers. These are so good. I was so sad to see 3 or 4 bags just mush when we went into that freezer that one time. And I have not been able to purchase them since then. So I am happy to have this on stock again, or on our hands. I'm excited because we do have a bunch of avocado and that just looks so good. I probably won't use the bun. I'm trying to stay away from the bread just a little bit for me at the moment, but the lettuce and the tomato and the avocado look so good with that. And then 2 bags of their French fries. These were a reasonable price. They did have tater tots. These were roughly almost $8. The tater tots were like almost $11. So I went with the French fries this time just because of price wise. So that's what we got to go along with the chicken nuggets or whatever we want to make it with. 1 bag of mango chunks. We still have a bag from Aldi's when we did that one haul for $700 and some. So I am happy to have this back on hand. It's 5 pounds. Our kids really enjoy smoothies with this, with some spinach leaves and bananas. All right, and then I also picked up 3 of these Hillside Farm turkey breast lunch meat. It has 3 little individual packs in there, and we will use this with some crackers and that big block of cheese that I got. 1 thing of sour cream, and this will be for a bunch of odds and ends. My kids are getting loud now. They're being so silly up there. They're waiting on these corn dogs. I got to get these corn dogs in the oven. But these are for them. They're going to eat this today for lunch with some French fries. So that's kind of what's going on today when I'm done with this haul from Costco. But yeah, so sour cream, and we're going to use that with taco soup. Even in the morning, if I make like an egg burrito, that's really good. So things like that. And then over here, this is our coffee creamer. We still have some upstairs, so I'll put this in the refrigerator down here, but we like to always have this on hand because coffee, you know, it helps the parents kind of get through the day with everything that we do. But I'm so grateful for that. And then over here, these chips were only $3.99. I thought that was a decent price. I'm assuming this is like the price of what it would be in like a normal store, I'm guessing. I have no idea. But that's outrageous. $9.20. I would have never bought that. $3.99, I'll buy it. That will be for the coming weeks for Lunchables and some odds and ends for our family. All right, they are so happy to have popcorn again. We did, however, buy some at Target, but this is the big box that we really do enjoy. And I have not bought this in probably a solid year. So I don't know why, but for a while they were not on a kick of popcorn. And then winter came and I feel like we watch a lot more movies. So I went ahead and got one of those. It has 44 bags in there, and this was almost $15 for this big box. And then I bought these bars. It's a 40-pack, twin pack. Okay. And there's 20 of the raspberry and 20 of the blueberry. So we'll see. I don't know. I think I've bought these before. I don't remember if the kids like them or not. Hopefully my husband likes them. We'll see. Someone's going to eat them, but I thought I would try a little bit healthier of a choice rather than like chocolate chip bars. 1 big box of well, actually there's 2 of Cheerios. This is the plain one because I'm trying to get my little guy to want to eat some other things. So I thought this would be a good place to start too. I remember giving these to all my other kids with like some banana. So we'll see how he handles that. But I also wanted to pick it up because it comes with more than 1 box, and I know some of my other kids will enjoy that too. And then this was just a really good price. And we've had it before. It's really good. It's got like little chunks of strawberries in there. And so this was $7.49, I want to say. So that was a really good deal. 1 big box of Frosted Flakes because this is a healthier brand compared to this one, I guess. I don't know. But this will help during the weeks when we're in a hurry with dentist appointments, just like right before church or something like that would have with a banana. And then this one was just a splurge. I thought this would be a yummy treat for them at some point this coming month. I will allow them to open up a bag. Now, these will go into the place that I have in my bathroom where I store certain things, because if not, I leave them down here. They will be gone within 3 days if I let that happen. And I can't let that happen because there are times we really do need something quick. And sometimes just even throw it in a baggie and hit the road. But that way I make sure we use it appropriately. They will go in a place out of sight, out of mind. And so that's just what we're going to do because we are on a tight budget. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch for the win. I know my husband will appreciate that, and the kids. I think that's like all one of their favorites. My husband's got them liking that. One thing of Pam spray. It comes in a 2-pack. We're going to use this mainly on our baking and cooking. And sometimes when I do like my sheet pan trays, I'll spray some of this down too so it doesn't stick so much. One thing of black pepper, because I do have the black pepper like I was mentioning with the salt where you can crank it. But the problem is it just sometimes my arm's tired from doing everything else during the day. I don't really want to crank the pepper. And so I'm just glad to have this on hand because I've been talking about it probably for a solid year. I don't know what's wrong with me and why it took me so long to get it. Oh, I know, because prices went up. So you put the main thing that's a top priority, right? So anyways, I'm glad to have black pepper on hand. You'd never think I'd say that, but I am. I'm really glad to have that. One thing of organic avocado oil. We use this in our French fries and odds and ends. I don't go through it too quick because I don't use it too often, but I do like having that on hand, and I know we're running low. And then I went ahead and I picked up 2 of these ranch seasonings. We use this in our homemade chicken strips. And with all that chicken I bought and those French fries, I'm going to be making me lots of homemade chicken strips for these kids too. And they really enjoy them because this ranch seasoning just takes it up a notch. So I got 2 of those just to have on hand and stock up. So one will go downstairs and one will go upstairs. And then 1 big thing of garlic. We are not out totally of our garlic powder. But again, I don't like to not have it. Our kids really like this in their eggs, and so do I. So it's nice to just have that on our shelf. And now I do know we are out of mayonnaise, so this will go in the kitchen right away. But this thing will last a while, and then I'll just get another one. I don't really stock up on mayonnaise. Sometimes I do, but that wasn't my top priority today. 1 thing of pure vanilla, again with all the baking, so yay for vanilla. So that will go on the shelf downstairs. We already have some upstairs, but again, just to have on hand. And that is it. I am super proud of this haul. All right, you guys, so that is it for this Costco haul. I am so happy that I was able to stock up like this. This does not happen for us very easy. I know in the comments below, you guys have been so kind. I know so many of you are able to stock up like this, and some are really struggling. And I have been through an emotional roller coaster through 14 years of sometimes we can stock up and sometimes we cannot. But I know putting my trust in the Lord has really gotten me through this hard time. There's been so many times where we were really struggling, and the Lord blessed us with somebody coming in our life and blessed us. And so it hits home for me, especially knowing what that feels like. Even growing up, my mom was a single mother. My father was in and out of prison my whole life. And I know the struggle of, you know, even more now as being an adult and having my own children, what my mom went through and what that must have felt like, you know, wondering and how we're going to provide for your family. And it's hard. So I'm praying for you guys if you are struggling during this season. I know there are food banks that you could go to, but I also know sometimes even with food banks, they don't really give you what you really need. So I'm really praying that the Lord will put someone in your guys' life where they will bless you and be there for you too. I think we're just all trying to do our best, and we want to take care of our kids that we love. And so one day at a time, one prayer at a time. And if you are struggling, leave in the comments below so we can lift you guys up in prayer too. So hopefully somebody, you know, can come and help bless you guys too, wherever you live. Again, this was just by chance that we were able to do this. This does not happen all the time for us. So anyways, I appreciate you guys being here and coming along for this journey of what we're going through as a large family. And I will see you guys really soon with a brand new video. Can you say bye?
Bye.
See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is one of our deep freezers at the moment. This is the before. We have 3 bags of bananas there. And you guys have been asking me, you know, how do you keep your fresh produce from going bad when it's going bad? Well, we freeze it. So we have freezer baggies, and we will go through this pretty quickly. And I mean, it will not be here within a year. But we will make smoothies a lot out of this and banana bread, basically. And then again, I have a little one that if we were not able to purchase baby food or something like that, I can always make my homemade banana baby food for him. So that's what that is. And then we have some bagels still and 1 pizza. So I'm going to go ahead and restock this and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, and this is our other freezer that we have downstairs. So it just has some breakfast sausage and bacon. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the meat that we got. I'm going to see what can fit in here, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm going to take 1 chicken upstairs and 1 of the meats. Okay, so before I add the chicken nuggets, I wanted to kind of show you guys what's going on in here at the moment. So as you can see, we have all of our breakfast sausage and bacon, meatballs right down there, our beef, and then our chicken is stocked up back there. I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken nuggets on top. Okay, so now it's visible for everyone to be able to see what's in here. Bacon, chicken nuggets, our sausage, chicken, and then we have our beef as well as our meatballs right down in there. That way there's no confusion and it's not like totally stacked on top of each other, mixed up. So that is the best I can do as a deep freezer organizing. Okay, and then I've added our salmon burgers and the 2 things of hot dogs. So this is our whole deep meat freezer. All right, and so far this is what this freezer is looking like. Before I add the fries, we have our bananas over here, 1 more banana, bagels, pizza. I had an extra bag of the blended vegetables. Sometimes it's nice having other options where you can store your food, because then you kind of forget. I thought I used both bags, so kind of thankful I did that, because now we have an extra bag of the blended broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower. 2 bags of mangoes there, our 3 things of all-purpose flour. I'm taking 1 upstairs. I'm going to show you guys that in a minute, how I go about that. And I'm going to go ahead and just put the fries right on top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take up 1 can. I left the rest on the shelf down here. That way, again, out of sight, out of mind situation. But I am going to go ahead and put 1 in the refrigerator. Show you guys what I'm taking what I do when I go grocery shopping. So basically, for the most part, the rule of thumb is to take 1 of everything upstairs. So 1 of everything goes in the refrigerator or freezer upstairs, and then, or the shelves in that case of like seasoning. Okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and take 1 of everything upstairs and then put it where it needs to go. And then like the rest will stay down here, obviously, because this is where our extra refrigerator is, and freezers, and our pantry. Ruby's helping me kind of organize right now at the moment, which I greatly appreciate. And then we have another freezer over here. So this is like mainly like our pantry, to be honest, but it works just fine for our family. This is what we're working with, and I'm going to go ahead and get this all put away. Welcome back to my full house. I bet you can guess where we're at again today, at Aldi's. So I'm really excited actually for this haul, because it's been a while since I've been able to do like an emergency stock up, or just stock up really extra for our size family with the economy and prices and everything, and just everything going on in our own home life. And so I'm so excited to be here for just like an emergency stock up today. So I'm going to take you guys along on what I'm picking out. Again, The rule of thumb is only buy what you normally use, and so that's exactly what I'm doing. So it will basically be like a normal haul, but it's going to be above because we just did a grocery haul. So I'm so excited to do this. I can't say that enough because I know a lot of you are able to just stock up like that, and then there's some of you that are like me where it's a gradual process and we're doing little chunks at a time. I'm thankful to be able to do this today. So I'm gonna take you guys along. It is only 13 degrees outside right now. The last time we did a haul, I think it was like 34 degrees. So it's pretty cold today, but we parked a little bit closer, so I'm hopeful that we'll be just fine. So we're gonna go ahead in and see what's going on in Aldi's today. Now, if I'm not mistaken, today's Wednesday. If I'm not mistaken, Wednesday is the day that they, you know, put more back on the shelf and put new things out. So I'm kind of excited. I don't normally come. You know, I'm gonna double check because I have locked myself out of my van before. So I'm like always, okay, we got the keys. I'm always scared that I'm gonna lock myself out. It's the worst feeling in the world. So, oh, you know what? We didn't get 2 quarters. See? At least we didn't walk too far. Okay. I always got extra change, which is a blessing. So, all right, here we go. Gonna hold those for me, sweetie? Yep. Thank you. I'm gonna lock the van. Alrighty. All right, yeah, so I'm excited to see what they have going on today in Aldi's. Stock up on some pizzas. We have not bought these pizzas in, I feel like it's been a year. It's been a while. So, but we are gonna get some today. It's just nice to have some easy things on hand with life with the children. So I'm gonna get 3 cheese and then Supreme. So the cheese are $6.15 and the Supreme are almost $8. My husband and I and Ruby and I think Caitlin like this Supreme. The rest are cheese lovers. So we're gonna do that. And these are pretty good too. I'm not gonna get any today, but these chicken ones are so good. So it's nice because they have a lot of their easy meals right when you walk in. Look at this cold brew coffee. It's like a yogurt. Oh, it's oats. Ready to eat oats. Okay then. Alright, so we're gonna get some blueberries. I'm just gonna get a whole case. We'll go through them quick, but we will also freeze them. Get a couple of these. Kids will be shocked to see strawberries. And they have some cilantro for 65 cents. So I'm just gonna pick up 2. And then we're gonna go over here. Onions for 95 cents. We like these in a lot of things. So I'm just gonna pick up 2 of those. Sounds pretty good. Wow, look at these. What are these? Pine berries? I have never seen anything like this. Interesting. I don't know. Alright. I'm not going to stock up too much on the lettuce. We go through it pretty quick, but I also don't want it to go bad. All right, 4 bags of carrots, just for them to snack on. So now we need to get on this side right over here. Okay, and then the peppers are only $2.69. because when we can, I stock up and I just let my kids at it. They can have as much as they want. Three green peppers. Okay, and then I'm just gonna grab 2 tomatoes. Not too many people like them, so that's totally fine. However, I would like to get one where we can dice it for our sandwiches. That just sounds so good for $2.39. And then I'm also going to grab quite a few bags of avocados because, again, I can't always do this, and when I can, I try to get into our systems just to, you know, help our bodies build a good immune system, because around this season, everyone's getting sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 4 bags of avocados for $2.95. A bunch of our favorite apples for $2.99. So I know my kids are going to be so happy. We did buy a different kind of apple last time. They ate them, but they weren't very fond of them. So I probably won't get those again, even for a cheaper price if they don't like them. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. My kids go through apples really fast. All right, 8 bags of Penny Crisp apples. Okay, so these heads of lettuce are a really nice size lettuce. It's pretty heavy. That's what you want to go off of for $1.99. So I'm going to get a few of those. I know I picked up the honey crisp apples, but I also picked up the romaine lettuce, and so this is a nice size. So I'm gonna get that. Zucchini. I'm not too sure. See how they look. They're not too bad. All right, we're gonna get 2 bags of zucchini. We also got some sweet potatoes just because they're a luxury item. Honestly, we haven't had them in quite a while. So yeah, we're gonna get some sweet potatoes. Okay, 2 bags of potatoes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 bottles of this vinegar we use to clean mainly with. That will come in handy. And then we're gonna also pick up some pickles because we love pickles. Are these your favorite, Ruby?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll get 2 of each. Restock our pickles. And then we're not a fan of these olives. We prefer the ones at Costco, so I'm not gonna stock up on those because remember, you wanna get what your family eats, and our family won't eat those. All right, and we do need some ranch. We've got some kiddos missing their ranch, so I'm gonna go ahead and stock up on the ranch. All right, here we go. 6 bottles. And that ranch was only $3.49. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up, these are on sale right now at Aldi's. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a few of these because we have babies that are learning how to eat, and then a lot of my kids actually do enjoy these. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 packages of these, 1 package of the strawberries. These are so good in your oatmeal. Did you like them in your oatmeal?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, it was good. The apples are really good too.
And then what are these? I don't think we liked these. And then this is, okay, little, you could do it in an individual bag. Give it to your kids for school. This one looks good. Actually, it looks really good.
Yeah, it does look good.
I think I'm going to try that for $2.79. I think I'm going to get a thing of raisins. I cannot remember if any of my kids like them, but we also have little ones that are getting older, and I don't think they've ever had a raisin, so we're going to let them try that. Okay, so I just made it home from Aldi's, but before we get to the haul, the one thing that I love about grocery shopping in the winter is that I don't have to hurry and bring in my groceries because it's so cold outside. So before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and make some lunch. So we're gonna do some nachos today. So these are our nachos that we picked up from Costco in one of our hauls. I did, however, bring in a package of meat because it was already soft and ready to brown. And then I brought in a bag of our Honeycrisp apples and started cutting those up, as well as a bag of the green onions and a bag of lettuce. And so we're gonna add that on at the end. And then I've already chopped it up. So we're gonna go ahead and eat, and I've got a few other things I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna start filming that haul for you guys. All right, so it's all ready. I've already given one child their food, and then I remembered I wanted to show you guys. So this is what our nachos look like. So good. Normally we cut up our peppers a little bit smaller. There was some miscommunication, so it's not a big deal. They're still gonna be delicious. And then we also have some sour cream, and then we also have our nacho cheese we get from Aldi's and our salsa. So this is gonna be a delicious lunch, and I cannot wait to eat. I'm so hungry. Okay guys, so I made it home. We just ate our lunch, kind of got some things situated, and so we've got everything brought in finally. It's all set up. So I'll just give you like a little view of that real quick. And my pantry though, I organized that, so I'm excited to put all of the other stuff away now that it's like pretty organized. So that's gonna help me. And so yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started and show you guys what we officially bought. And I also have two little helpers here named Mabel and Boone. So they're gonna sit here and listen to me tell you what we got. So let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start over here with the ranch. I went ahead and I picked up 6 bottles. We are totally out of ranch. I did not know that. I know we have a lot of dressing on hand, but ranch is like the most popular. So this is, I'm pretty sure, the Aldi brand. I'm not familiar with this brand anywhere else at any other stores, so I'm assuming this is like their own brand. So I picked up 6 of those, and the kids will be just fine with it. I do normally, however, pick up our ranch when I go to Costco, but that's okay. Hidden Raleigh Ranch or this one will work just fine for my family. Then I picked up 12 butters. We will freeze majority of this. I will, however, put 2 in the refrigerator down here and then 1 upstairs. And so the rest will just go into the freezer when we need it. And then 2 big bags of potatoes. We will use this for baked potatoes and chili. I make homemade French fries with chicken strips. And then also when we do our roast on Sundays, I like to cook up some potatoes for that as well, or mashed potatoes. So, and then we also make potato soup, which is really good too. And then I went ahead and picked up, let's see how many I got. 2, 4, 6, 8 sweet potatoes. Looks like 1 broke. It will be just fine. But I just have not bought any sweet potatoes in a while, and so they just sounded really good, and it'd be nice to just kind of have in our pantry for when needed. 2 bags of cuties. And then I went ahead and I picked up 10 boxes of these squeezable applesauce variety pack. It has 12 pouches in there. Apple, no sugar added. Apple strawberry and apple banana. And this is like one of their favorites for the pouches. So I just kind of wanted to stock up on this one. It comes in handy for all of the kids, but mainly the little ones. When we're out and about, at home, sometimes they're a little bit more of a picky eater, and so sometimes these just come in handy for us. So it was over $6 for each box. So then I also got 10. And then over here, we've got lots of fruits and vegetables. So I went ahead and I picked up 3 things of strawberries. They looked okay. I only got 3 because some of them were still not looking the best, but the 3 I got looked pretty decent. So I know the kids will be happy to have those, because normally in the summertime I buy a lot more strawberries, but in the winter we kind of do more frozen strawberries and smoothies. And then I also picked up 8 bags of Honeycrisp apples, and so, which we already have 1 upstairs, and then 1 got lost over here. But this is like their favorite apple, and I don't blame them. It's pretty good. Normally when we go to the orchard, we always get the Honeycrisp. We did try a different brand of apple the last haul I did, and they just were not very fond of it. So I'm just going to go back to the Honeycrisp. And then I also picked up 1 thing of tomatoes. This is going to be mainly for sandwiches. And then these 2 will be for salad. Things of oven roasted turkey breast. This will be for Lunchables. I also picked up 10 things of peppers. We use them really quick, you guys. So like this won't last us very long. None of it will go to waste. I mean, I'm going to be doing some meatloaf probably tonight for dinner, and I'll cut up at least the red and the orange and throw that in, and maybe 1 green pepper. So I did pick up 3 green pepper. I do like that a lot in my eggs in the morning. So these will not go to waste. They will definitely be used. And then I also picked up 4 things of romaine heart salad. We have one upstairs that we were using for our nachos. 2 things of zucchini, which it comes with, you know, 3 in each package. So that I'm going to cook up and put in eggs or a skillet with some of that in it. So just, I'm really happy to have a lot of vegetables on hand that are fresh. That's like a really big thing to me. It helps build the immune system. And so then I also picked up 2 things of celery where we could put some cream cheese on it, or peanut butter and raisins. I picked up 2 of these green onions. We do have one upstairs we were using in our nachos. 3 heads of lettuce for sandwiches or salad, whatever we want to use it for. I just kind of like to have a variety on hand. 2 things of cilantro. I meant to bring this up to put on our nachos, but that's okay. We'll use this in many different things to the coming weeks. And then I also picked up 4 bags of avocados. A lot of them are not ready, but that's okay, because once they're ready, we will be ready to eat them too. And then I went ahead and I kind of stocked up on some breakfast meat. So I've got here, I believe, 12 individual rolls of pork sausage for breakfast. 4 bags of carrots just to munch on, or even just to steam. 2 heads, well, actually there's 2 in each package, so 4 heads of broccoli. So we'll steam that, and I'm planning on making chicken Alfredo with that. And then the grapes were decent. I didn't get too many, but enough where they will enjoy. So I got 1 of the grape, or 1 of the purple, and 2 of the green. So they'll enjoy them, and once they're gone, they're gone. But I mean, the prices were okay. It's just, I feel like everything is obviously so overpriced because it's the winter time as well. And then I went ahead and I stocked up on 12 of these cases, blueberries. So we will freeze maybe half of it. I will keep half fresh. And I plan on making some blueberry pancakes with these as well, and maybe blueberry muffins. But they can also just eat them like they are. Totally fine with that. We can throw some in some smoothies. And then these right here, I don't normally buy these, but every now and then it's nice to have something like this on hand, and we have some dentist appointments coming up, so I thought this would be fun to throw in a snack bag. These are freeze-dried strawberries and apples. So I got 2 of the apple and 1 strawberry. And then this just looked really good. So let me see if I can get it to focus. But it looks just really yummy in the inside, and the coconut. So I'm going to try this and I'll let you guys know. But it was okay priced. So we're going to try that little mix. And then some of my kiddos have not had raisins before. I don't believe so. And so some of them, I think they might enjoy that. And so I'm just going to go ahead and see if they would enjoy it. And then again, like I mentioned with the celery, we could put some celery, peanut butter, and some raisins. I know that's a thing. And then this time I only picked up a tray or a case, however you want to say it, of these bars. They look like this. And so they came in handy when we went sledding like 6 days in a row. So I'm just going to replenish that. But obviously in moderation. So even with like stocking up for your emergency purposes, you don't have to overdo it on certain things. And this is one of them where I like to have it on hand, but I don't want to overdo it, because then it becomes of like, we can eat this every day for every meal, Mom. And that is not at all what this is for. This is just to help out when needed. And then over here, I picked up 3 of the ground beef, but we used 1 with our nachos. That way I didn't have to pull any meat out of the freezer. That way it would cook up quicker. And these are, I don't know the prices. You let me know, was this a good price or not, for each one of those. So that one was $8.94, and this one was $8.91. And I believe I bought another one for the same price as this. And then again, when I go to Costco, I can get a whole sack, I call it, with 5 pounds of beef, but that's only going to give me 5 pounds for, I think it was like $26. So I don't know. It's just the prices. Let me know if there's a better place I can go and get meat. Obviously, I would love to buy a whole cow, but that's just not in my budget at the moment. So in the meantime, we're just going to kind of go with that. 4 things of hot dogs. I don't stock up on hot dogs too much anymore, but I just got 4 just to kind of have on hand. With some dentist appointments, it's nice to obviously have some things on hand that are easy. And then 12 things of bacon. So I'm going to put all these in the freezer. I'll put 1 in the fridge down here and 1 in the fridge upstairs. But I kind of just really wanted to focus on my breakfast meat at the moment. So we've got lots of bacon and lots of sausage now. 2 things of this vinegar, white vinegar. I normally only clean with this. I don't cook with it unless maybe a recipe would call for it. We have 1 still in our cabinet downstairs, so now we'll have a backup. But it comes in handy when you're washing a lot of clothes and you need to get those rags cleaned really good. So this comes in handy with some like baking soda. And then I did go ahead and pick up 6 of these apple juices. It's 100% apple juice, and I just like to have this on hand because it does come in handy when you don't feel well or just for the little ones. And I also don't mind my kids having some juice every now and then. So I picked up 6 of those. And then over here, I went ahead and got 2 cases of this Arizona iced tea. I normally drink this more in the summertime, but my oldest daughter and my husband have been liking it. So it looks like I've started something. And we're like almost out of the case that I picked up quite a few days ago. So it's so funny how now my oldest daughter is really enjoying something that I enjoyed very much around her age and as a teenager. So 2 cases of those. They have 12 in each. And then over here, I know everyone's gonna be like, this is not normal, organic syrup and this and that. I understand that. I'm just doing the best I can right now for my size family and for what works for our budget. If you can buy the organic and all the yummy things that I wish I could buy, more power to you. I am not in that boat at this moment. So hopefully down the road, maybe I will be. But at this moment, I'm doing the best I can. So I picked up 12 of these syrups from Aldi's just to stock up and have on hand because we haven't really been eating a lot of pancakes for months lately, to be honest. But I did buy a bag of pancakes, so I kind of just want to have some syrup on hand. Obviously, that's quite a bit of syrup, but I'm pretty sure the date's okay. So let me see here. The date is marked for March 3rd of 26. So we're good. We have a whole year and more. So we'll be just fine on our syrup for that. Then down here, I went ahead and picked up 6. There is 6. They are underneath here, but this is really heavy. I don't want it to fall. So 6 of the old-fashioned oats. We enjoy some oatmeal in the morning, and so this will come in handy. I'm actually really excited to kind of have this back on my shelf and stocked up because it's just one of those staples where it just really, it's a good thing to have with some brown sugar and some apples put in it. So 6 of those. 6 of these apple sauces, which you can even put some applesauce in your oatmeal. I've seen people do that too with some cinnamon. So this one has no sugar added applesauce. So I got 6 of those. We still have 6 over there on our shelf, as you can see. But again, this is an emergency stock up, and these are things that are easy to make, like oatmeal and a little bit of applesauce. And then 2 jars of these hamburger pickles. I think are pretty much out of pickles other than maybe 1 jar left. So these will be good to have on hand. And then this one is Ruby's favorite, and I think it's my husband's too as well. So that's good to have. We've stocked up on that. And then a lot of fruit cocktail. Again, emergency stock up. This is something that my kids will eat. It won't go to waste, and I love how it has that lid. So if you are in an emergency, you don't have to think about a can opener. You can just pop it off. So this is a really nice thing to have, as well as even the oatmeal. If you are in an emergency, you can do overnight oats. I have a ton of jars with lids. I could put some oats in. You could pour some milk or water, however you want to do it, some applesauce, some brown sugar or cinnamon, and let it sit overnight. Stir it up, and if you can, heat it up. If not, at least you have something to eat. So I look at it kind of like, you know, we will make it fancy if we want. If we are in an emergency, I think we will be just fine too. So again, with this fruit cocktail, I know some of you are going to say it's in fruit juice. I understand that. Again, I'm just doing the best I can to feed my family at this present moment in time. And then over here, I picked up 2 cases of the mandarin oranges. This is one of my kids' favorite ones that we buy. And I bought 24 of those as well. Again, I love how you can just pop it off. The thing I went ahead and picked up and stocked up basically on are these pizzas. And I appreciate a good pizza in my freezer, again, for emergency purposes, because life does happen and you're not able to cook that awesome meal that you would want to cook for your family, but you can go in your freezer and get your pizzas. So I picked up 3 cheese and 3 supreme. And I mean, the prices weren't terrible, but I know they've gone up because I've bought these in the past. Now, I don't think we've bought this pizza from Aldi's in probably about a year. I don't know. I'd have to look back at my hauls, but it's been quite some time since I've even bought pizza here. I normally go to just like my local grocery store because they've kind of been on sale there, but I was here and I wanted to go ahead and get this. So that is it for my emergency stock. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this all put away. I'm really glad and thankful that I was able to do this today. My total was over $700. I'll put it right here. And yeah, I mean, it's not a ton if you honestly think about the size family we have, but this is going to help in many ways. So I'm just very thankful that I can do this. And so here's just like a little before I start adding everything back onto the shelves. As you can tell, we're still pretty stocked because I just did a haul, but I'm excited to go ahead and put that in. And then in our refrigerator, this is kind of what it's looking like now. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything in. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. It's much later this evening. So I finally had a moment to get down here and kind of see what everything's looking like to show you guys. So we've got our applesauce, our juice, our teas, all of our canned veggies, canned fruits, cranberry sauce, tuna, chicken in the can, all of our beans, and nacho stuff, spaghetti stuff, noodles, sauce, syrup, flour, and sugar, baking and seasoning, a lot of condiments, and then behind the ranch is some broth and soup, and then a bunch of oatmeal and just some odds and ends, and then chips and crackers. And then we also have hot cocoa and tea over here. So of course, you guys, you know, little by little, your pantry will become more stocked, and you know, can depend a little bit longer on it. But in the meantime, just do what you can, be encouraged. Of course, I mean, there's so many things I'm looking here and I'm like, oh, it would have been nice to fill all of my beans up, right? And fill some more of the canned veggies and etc. But when I look at this, I'm still very happy so far with what it's looking like. It's all a gradual process for this mom over here. And we still have some rice, just our potatoes and onions, and then our sweet potatoes. And then in this deep freezer, we have the pizzas. These are bananas we went ahead and bagged up so they wouldn't go bad. And we have some bagels, and I think that's it for down there. And then over here, we also have our sausage. I had some kiddos help me put some things away, so I'm going to be doing some more organizing with this, but at least it's in its home for now. But that way, when I eventually hopefully can get more meat, that's the plan. We lost the deep freezer full of meat, so I am now in the process of gradually doing that again, and hopefully that won't go south on us again. But in our refrigerator over here, we also, so here's our refrigerator
fully stocked. And so this makes me happy to see all the fresh produce because it's expensive, and I really do appreciate having an extra refrigerator where I can store this. This is a really nice refrigerator we picked up a few years ago. And then we also just have some odds and ends in here, all of that butter. So that's a big blessing.